What you laughing at?
Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
From the top. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We back at y'all with another one. Make sure you share, like, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You're back with the best podcast in the world, realest podcast on the net by far, The Viral Way. Shout out all the Viral Way members. As always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. And we got a full house in the building tonight, man. We got a legendary one for y'all tonight. There's one for the West, there's one for the city, there's one for the coast, there's one for the world. But as always, I got bro in the building.
Yes, sir. LBC Messiah the Great, man. We're going to here to lead the way. This another one of them ones, man. You only get it from the virals.
Come on, man. We here to lead the way. Wake the sheep that sleep. And I already know y'all already know who this is to the right of me, man. Come on, Mr. Pookie effing Rude himself, man. Mr. Club host extraordinaire. You feel me? My boy that made history with 03 Greedo versus RJ show. I know you was in there. Went from freestyling in Bixby Knowles apartments to having E40 and Too Short on the track. Come on, I was there. I know what's going on. Introduce yourself to the people.
I mean, that's King Turner Pookie F and Rule. You already know the goddamn deal. First of all, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Man, good looking.
That's love.
That's love. That's love.
That part. I remember when he first started, he was like, Pookie, I want to get you on the show. I was like, all right, but not right now.
I said my boy catting off on me, cuz. What's up with him?
Because I know what you're going to do, but I want you to do it before I come on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I know what you're about to do. Like, his opinion stands out, and it's like people direct their attention to real shit. Keep shit 100. He don't sugarcoat shit, and he stand on the shit that he be saying. So, shout out to the Viral Way podcast. I appreciate y'all for having me. About to have some good talk. You feel me? Oh,
dialogue. Good dialogue.
I got to make sure y'all rebirth in the West. You feel me? I'm going to go ahead and present y'all with this canvas. It's the Rebirth of the West canvas. Now y'all tapped in.
Legendary.
Y'all, man.
Legendary.
Yeah,
my
good
boy,
looking.
my boy. Good looking. That's fire right there.
Y'all, man.
And he put a message on the back for us. That's dope. Viral Way podcast. Keep going. Keep elevating. Words are wise. Keep the words coming. Pookie effing Rude. That's going to be worth $1 million in a minute. I'm telling y'all, hold on to that. And we got my boy in the building, Mr. LA's finest, LA's own. What's the deal? Let the people know who you are, my boy.
J. Real the Realist, man. You already know how we get down. Independent recording artist, self-published author, actor, you know what I'm saying? And father, you know what I'm saying? I bang the hood. Only hood I need to, fatherhood, you know what I'm saying?
Fatherhood in the building. Come on, you know I love
definitely. We here in the building, man. Hey, I just want to say I appreciate y'all for extending, you know what I'm saying, the hand for us to come on and represent what we're doing and display our talents and have a dialogue and conversation, man. It's very important, the platform y'all hold. Y'all got ears that are listening. And y'all putting out that real shit, the viral way.
The Viral Way.
That's
Good looking for my boy
facts.
pulling up. And y'all will see us soon in the Raymond Washington documentary,
Yes,
Crip.
sir. Yeah.
We done all had a little feature in there to, dropping some ism, dropping some bars. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that.
That was a good one. That for sure was dope, man. And you know, greatness meet greatness. It only can produce one thing, man. The Viral Way.
For sure. So before we jump into that, get the people a little background of y'all stories, man. How y'all got to where y'all at? Because like I said, I remember pulling up on you on Atlantic.
Man,
You in there with the ashtray, rolling up, freestyling. I'm like, okay, I ain't even know my boy was spitting. I knew he was with the crump dancing and you feel me, all that. My boy do it all.
With the music, I like just like that. I just be everywhere freestyling, man. That's the main point of why I promoted other artists, because I heard talent. You feel me? Like Goonie told me it takes a talented person to know talent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I promoted artists, you notice it wasn't just like everybody I'm promoting. Handpick people I'm promoting, because like it's a certain niche you gotta have, that certain sound a certain chemistry with music. So it's like, as I was doing the promotion, I was also learning the game. Like, okay, this is what niggas ain't doing. This is what niggas should be doing more of. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people were just doing a lot of shit just for the attention at the time. There's much more than attention. Now you putting out a certain energy, putting out a certain type of image, you putting out a certain type of outlook. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I agree. And we talk about that a lot, about people not necessarily always having an it factor, but having that passion for the music.
Right.
I feel like once you got that passion to do it, there's nothing that's really gonna stop you but yourself.
Say that all the time. Only person that's gonna stop you and you go, the only way you go down is if you stop. You got control of that. So it's like, I looked at the stuff in the perspective. Like, all right. Then it's like when I got in the studio one time, when I heard my voice, I said, oh shit.
God damn.
Just like that. God damn.
For sure.
Like that's where a lot of them ad libs come from. Cause when I hear myself on the mic, I'm like, oh, that's what they hearing. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like I just use my voice as the instrument, and reading, it help you a lot. Niggas that say, I don't know how you freestyle, Pooh, because I read.
When you hear yourself in the studio, do it sound like yourself when you talk? Do you be like, do you recognize your own voice?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope because when I hear myself back, I hate my voice. I'm like, damn, I sound like that.
Yeah,
Let me tweak it a little bit.
Crazy.
That should be wild. Well, what about you, Jay Real? What's your origin story?
Man, long time coming. Like we was talking about earlier, that 20 years overnight type of success. My first show was in '99. Opened up at a car wash for shout out Romeo Holloway, 9008 block over there, Crenshaw, 43rd Street, where Daddy Dave's used to be, and Player Tay's tattoo shop and Ghost and Liquor Bank and all those areas where I came from in that time frame, you know what I'm saying? And I was actually homeless at that time, group home runaway. So I used to be over there all the time. So they was like, got at me, you know what I'm saying? One day, Romeo got at me like, look, man, you be out here in front of this store all the time. You known for representing this neighborhood and that neighborhood, but everybody know Crenshaw is a melting pot in that area. So you got a lot of people from different areas. So me, along with a lot of other young kids, he decided to pull in, formulate this little group called 9008 Block, and put us out, introduced me to Exhibit. He was Exhibit's barber at the time. So I got to kind of see some things from that perspective and kind of keep going. I picked it up, keep going. So things led into meeting people, and all of my features and all the work I've done came off of respect. You know what I'm saying? So I wind up meeting Cocaine. Cocaine introduced me to Mitchie Slick. You know, then I worked with Mitchie, and then I met Focus when he was with Aftermath, A-Fam. He introduced me to Chino XL. I got a song with Chino XL. So it started to build and build and build, and I just started to do shows and do as much as I could. Then I became a father. So things had to kind of
put on the back burner.
You know what I'm saying? Well, never really on the back burner, because music is me. Wherever I get, that Nate Dogg saying, you know what I'm saying? Music is me. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm going to find a studio. I'm going to put some work in continuously. I come out with songs. I've come out with 3 to 4 songs with major features every year, the last 10 years in a row. You can go look it up. I might not be, quote unquote, you hear the name, oh yeah, I know him, but your favorite rapper know me. I got a song with the rapper you've been looking at since you was 14. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the West Coast, you know, and some of the newer rappers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Compton AV. Shout out to TF Third. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bishop Lamont. Me and Bishop Lamont got a song coming. So shout out this man sitting across, you know what I'm saying, Pookie. Because in the time that we didn't met each other, you know, to try and make the longest story, the longer. In the time we done met each other, that connection of understanding how this independent grind is. And I told him earlier today, you know what I'm saying, you motivating. You're motivating for independent artists who have been on this grind so long and doing it. And it's not about the plaques no more. It's not about trying to be the next anything. It's not about trying to get rich off of this. It's about doing it for the love of the artistry and understanding that and the love of the skill. And I see Pookie out here doing this thing. So it's like, you know what, let me, like you said, rebirth for the West, because I did all the paying for shows, paying $200 to have 5 people in front of me. I paying for tickets, sell 20 tickets, LA Convention Center, opening up for this dude, but you got side B stage, and you know what I'm saying? I did all that for years and years and years. And, me and Pookie was talking earlier, all that money you was spending on that could have went to marketing and promotion. That could have went into establishing yourself in your form and your artistry and putting yourself in areas where people who associate with that could be. So that's just that little
That was a lesson learned, though. You felt like you had to learn that lesson to get the knowledge to know how to navigate now.
Right.
So that was all a lesson learned. We could look at it as time and money wasted, but really it was just a lesson learned to make you that much more ready for the game. And you got a pretty crazy resume.
Yeah,
that's
man,
a pretty wild resume.
I mean, Mitchie Slick, Schoolboy Q. I got a song with Schoolboy Q. I got a song with Mitchie Slick. I got a song with Nocturnal. I got a song with I had a mixtape hosted by Aries Spears, Freeway Ricky Ross. Like I said, Compton AV, TF Third, West Coast Sizzle, West Coast Stone. Got a song with West Coast Stone. And I can go, you know what I'm saying, to Chino XL, Mitchie Slick.
Some legendary names on that resume for somebody to be unknown.
Right.
Them are a lot of respectable names. So to me, that speaks volumes that people at that level would give you a feature.
Right.
Because most people would be like, okay, let me see how many views you got. Let me see how many followers you got. But like you said, my features is built off of respect.
Right.
I think we got to get back to that in the game where if I see an artist, I don't care if you unknown or not. If you dope on the mic and you got a pen, the respect is there. Let's get that going. Because Pookie, you got some crazy features, some legendary features. Or I'm sitting back scrolling the gram like, is that E40 good? How did this come about? Because you have an uncanny sound where you sound just like the nigga.
Right.
I'm like, is this your illegitimate pops, cuz? How did this come about? What's going on? This shit is crazy.
Nah, it was crazy because, I've always been a big manifester. I remember the last show I seen E40 was one I did with P Nice, We the West One. We drove all the way like to Sac. Seeing E40 get on the stage, I was like, when I took the picture, I was like, yeah, man, the next time we cross paths, we gonna be working. He just looked and laughed, right? I was like, I'll be imitating you and stuff on the gram. He's like, I seen it. When he said that, I was like, oh shit. Right?
Never know who watching.
Right,
Never know who watching people.
He said, I said, oh shit, that was some years ago. Fast forward, I fucking around, went to the studio with Ash, L Fingers. I was pissed off about something, I don't know. He was in there, I heard Hash in there. I do what I want, I say what I feel, it's a problem. He just kept saying that, right? I was like, man, I put that on everything.
Put that on
as I was
everything.
talking, that's what I was saying. You feel me?
Right.
And Hash was, do it. I was like, hold on. I put that on
everything.
Finger said, get up, record that. I said, man, nah. Finger said, record that. So I just got up. I put that on everything, right? Did that. When we was in there recording, Finger's like, hey, this gonna go. Like, this gonna go. He said, I could hear like Sugar Free on there, E40. We were all sitting, I was like, I could hear them on there too. Fast forward, put the song out. I'm on the OGZ tour with Trill. Shout out to Trilliano. Nigga, we coming in from a show. I promised the guy. My phone go off. Out there it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think it was on the East Coast. Out here, it was like only about 10. Feel me? Look at my phone as the number. I'm like, hello? Hey, is this Pookie? Man, who is this? Last time I checked, this Earl. I said,
Whoa.
I said, hold on.
Yeah, last time that I checked.
Right.
I said, hold on. The only Earl I know is Stevens.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. It was like, hey, so that song, check your email and tell me if you like it. If I like it.
He gave you a layup?
Already
What
done.
if I like it?
Easy layup.
Hitting with the,
Hold on. So I go check my email. It's a verse. I don't give a fuck what you said on it, nigga. It's
Right,
a
it's a
verse.
verse.
I got a verse
It's
from
the first from
what?
40.
From 40 Water.
You could have just said 40 water on the throw that on there.
That's
I
Uncle
listened
Earl.
to it. I
Yeah.
said,
You know
oh,
what I'm
shit.
saying?
I called him back. He was like, yeah, man, keep doing your thing. It was like, it's something about you. We was just talking. I didn't know that right there is going to be the start of a great relationship. You feel what I'm saying? The next day, I wake up, we taking our bags to the car, my phone go off again. It's sugar free.
Sugar free.
It's all happened just like this.
Back to back
Sugar
to
free
back.
said, Pook, it's. I got the whole video. This Trill was like, I ain't missing no more videos. He recorded right when I asked the phone. And the part of the video, he said, it's 1 out of 1 million people that this type of stuff happened to him. Pook, you been doing your thing. When you used to book me, I used to tell you need to be bussing. You be like rapping.
Yeah.
I'm like, because we used to be back there freestyling, having fun, like before you go on stage. So he told me, he was like, he gonna do his thing on the put down everything. He said, can I do my thing? And I said, can you? Yeah. And he must have sent his shit back. I said, what the fuck?
Man.
Like
Goated. Because Sugar Free is goated. He's underrated. People don't give him his credit.
That's the one I'm waiting on.
He's goated. That's what I'm saying. They goated. So
That's
to
not where
start
it
your
started.
career with 2 surprise features from 2 legends.
That's the one
But
I'm
Goat.
waiting
And
on.
the fact that they on the West.
2 to
too.
3 days
Right.
later, Warren G hit me. He's on there too.
Long Beach finest.
You hear me? When that I said Warren G.
Yeah, now we at
Nigga.
yeah.
Now we
Mount
touching
Rushmore.
roots. Now we touching home base.
We
I
talking
said,
about West
yeah.
Coast Mount Rushmore.
said,
Mount Rushmore status, yeah.
So if people know the story, it's a reason why I named it Rebirth of the West. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you listen to the album, you gonna understand why it's Rebirth of the West. Like you got cocaine on there, E40, Sugar Free, Warren G. Shit, man. Who else I got on there? Oh, I got AV,
Yeah, on that remake. on
AV,
that, yeah.
Jason Cash, Mr. White Dog, Chef Boy, C-Star, Michi Blue, Dizzle, Mikey Two Wise, Ash. Am I forgetting somebody?
You got a cold lineup.
Oh, Zoe Sama. Man, AV.
Because
You feel me?
your production be crazy too. So
shout out
L
Fingers.
Fingers on the beat. Shout out to L
They got L
Fingers.
Fingers for L Fingers did about 85% of the album. Then you got Tone Bone. You got Zeke on there who did beats. And then the person who did the nigga, his name is Hangover. Everybody think L Fingers did. But his name is Hound. He's like you don't see him, no nothing. He's a person though. I call his phone and everything.
Shout out to bro for the
You feel me?
heat rocks.
Yeah, he actually sent that beat to Glasses.
Mhm.
Glasses hit me up.
Shout out Glasses.
Shout out to Glasses.
That's
He a
another
dope-
feature
Glasses a dope
I forgot to
person.
mention. I got a feature with Glasses.
Oh, you got a feature with glasses?
Yeah, shout out
Okay.
Glasses.
Dope, man.
It's
See,
called
this-
Death to a Hater.
I definitely gotta check that one out.
His verses.
Glasses, man. One
Definitely
thing
got to
about
check that one
Glasses,
out.
He's dope at putting puzzle pieces together because he hit me up. The way I got the nigga beat, I was supposed to be doing some hooks for him. He's like, Pookie, you come up with some good hooks. I'm like, easy. I came up with hooks for every one of the beats he sent, but the nigga one, I was just sitting. I was like, shit. Only reason I said I shit because the beat kept talking to me.
Mhm.
Like, you feel me? So I said, hey, man, I got something for this, but I like this beat. Can I get this beat? He said, yeah. Easy.
There you go.
He gave me the beat. I'm in the car listening to it, and I just kept saying, nigga. Shit,
It
nigga.
just came to you,
Or everything. Out of nowhere, how I be doing when I'm playing, I was just yelling, I'm the nigga. I was just playing like that, and I was like, hold on. I was like, that sounds good, though.
That sounds
Got a little ring to it. Let me
Like,
throw that on the
So
beat.
then when I recorded it because I was doing it for a skit,
Mm.
from a recording, doing it from a skit, I freestyle, like, that recording from the skit that was supposed to be me playing, that's what y'all hear.
That was the real thing.
That's what y'all
Yeah.
hear because when I just got in the zone, I just said, fuck it. And I was like, oh. Fast forward, Keita the Great, the one that be dancing,
Mm-hmm.
his mom heard the song. She's like, I like that song. She tagged E40 in the video. So I hear E40 on this. So E40 had heard it and he had meant to hit me, right?
Mhm.
We was talking on the phone. He was like, hey, what's that song? I was like, matter of fact, I was about to ask you, I got another song I want you to hear. I sent it to him. He was like, this the song I was just about to ask you about. He was like, the homegirl in town, she tagged me in the song. And I thought about it. He was like, a lot of people know her kids. When he said that, so you talking about Keita mom? He was like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy how the world
how it
is.
works.
It's a small world, you feel
6
me?
degrees of
So he-
separation is real.
He said, I already wanted to hit you about this song. I was like, I was about to release it, but fuck it. I was supposed to release it October 18th. I was been supposed to release it. I'm like, fuck it, go ahead. Did his shit on there, and then that's where the magic happened.
Rest is
Nah,
history,
that-
man.
That's what's up.
Happens, man.
Bro, how did you get the Schoolboy Q feature? Was this
That's
early
crazy.
on in his career, or was this,
This was
after he
before-
done blew up
This
TDE,
was before
Kendrick?
y'all even knew
Who he
who
was?
Schoolboy was in that way. This is early them at Top Dog crib, them still riding around
That's even
trying
better.
to make it happen still.
Mm.
Them not knowing it was gonna happen still. But the real connection is that me and him are from the same neighborhood. We represent the same neighborhood. So it was an easy call because we from the same, we from Figg. And I saw where it was going way early. You know what I'm saying? Way, way early. I saw where it was going. And I'm like, this the homie. So we met up. This nigga, this nigga met me. Where did we meet up? We met up somewhere. Linwood or something, right? And I don't know why he was all the way out there. We met up in Linwood. This nigga was in a old ass Benz with like 4 bitches. And just him.
Now that's how you pull up,
Just
kid.
him,
That's
man.
how you pull up.
So you know what I'm saying?
That's the motivation.
I hop in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? And we chopped it up about that. We was just on the fly because I wanted to give him something. I was just gonna do the verse. We didn't even go. 80% of the songs I got are not paid for. They weren't transactional. And if they are, it's because I'm paying because I'm understanding the worth of what I'm paying for. And I have the capability to acknowledge you by payment and not just by, hey, you hard, hey, you the homie, hey, let's work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like everybody rich, or even if you do have it in pocket and you don't need it, it's me showing that I believe that what you're doing is worth the cost. You know what I'm saying? I believe that it's of quality and of value, and I'm willing to pay for this exchange. You know what I'm saying? But that one right there, it was just like $52. Something shit like
52
that.
for the
Yeah,
5 deuce.
yeah,
Look,
it was like
look, it was
$52.
5 deuce day. Shout out to my grooves
Hey, but
out there.
Hold on. I got another story because me and so I go to meet traffic. I come out here to meet traffic because me and him supposed to been doing something, right? We go to the studio. I meet him at the studio, and TF pull up. TF, I don't know if he was just had a lot on his mind or if he was lit or what, but I'm like, you here, I need you on this shit too.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to do a drop. I need you to do something. And he was like, Deli, I reached my pocket. I said, I got $52.
How ironic! I got $52 on me.
I gave him $52. He was gonna put something on there anyway, but and look, it wasn't a lot, right? It wasn't a lot what I was doing, right? But I gave him $52. I gave the engineer $100 for his time because we didn't plan the session. I just happened to pop up on traffic while he was already doing the session. And when they got done with what they was doing, it was a little time and everybody was kind of like, hey, we finna leave. And shout out L Fingers, because the track we did is an L Fingers track.
Shout out L Fingers, man.
I just
Damn,
got the
that's
track.
crazy.
He needs-
So
he
both
needs
of
to
y'all
get
done
more
locked in with
credit.
L Fingers.
I just got the track from L Fingers maybe 2 weeks prior. It was look, L Fingers I've been a fan of L Fingers production for a long time since first hearing him. I first introduced to L Fingers through Sugar Free's music. That's how I introduced to L Fingers, right? So I always been a fan of his. So he always posts tracks, kind of snippets of tracks that he do on his Instagram. And I heard one, I was like, man, I really like this. And I hit him, I'm like, let me get this, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this track. What's the cost? The track is very plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much on it. So I felt like he kind of looked at it like, you want this one? You know what I'm saying? Like out of all the other stuff I got, like he make like the stuff. Not saying it's not on the level because it's still L Fingers, but like a Pookie track, you know what you finna get. You know you finna get that funk, that slap, that James Brown. You know you finna get that energy, right? That's that type of energy that him and L Fingers get when they collab. So I think that he was looking at it more so like, you sure you don't want one of these?
Yeah, he's
sure
like,
you want
this the one, yeah.
And I'm like, I already, when I hear tracks, I go in my little corner and bang it out in my head, and then I come back and I'm like, I already got the vision for it. So that's what I'm on it. So anyway, I hit him. I said, let me get this one, or anything you're throwing away, we'll do it. But he was like, bro, you can damn near have that motherfucker. And once again, it was a situation where I'm not just I don't want to take nothing from you from free. I appreciate your work. I value your work. Give me a price. You know what I'm saying? Just throw a number at me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll try and boop. And he threw a number at me, and I actually had it at that moment, shot right over. And it was just that. It wasn't like I'm charging you for this beat. It was like, no, I'm getting an L Fingers track. And then I'm putting Traffic and TF on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, this is me in a collaborative, making a collaboration with myself on it, taking all these different entities and putting them together. You know what I'm saying?
That's a true show of your character, though, because most people offer the free L Fingers beat. They like, shit, it's on the house, it's on the house. But you thinking, you know what? I respect quality, I respect the work that you put in, and I know this is a business. Let me at least give you something to show my appreciation. So that's real, that's dope. Pookie, man, your performances, bro, second to none. You like the hip hop Michael Jackson on the stage. The boy don't get tired. Y'all pause this video right now and just go. The man don't get tired. He running around in polar bear suit, panda bear suits. Yeah. He at the motorcycle clubs going crazy. He at the Novo. He at the Globe. You don't perform more than some major artists that I know. And you putting on a show. Where does that come from? Because I remember you clown dance, crump dancing. Is that the motivation?
All that is exactly. That's how you said it. That motivation. My only time I feel happy really is when I'm entertaining. So if that's dancing, hosting, even when I do the content, that little split time that I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wake up in the morning and do my videos, motivation videos. I don't try to do it like I'm preaching. I do it to where it lures the people's attention. Like, what Pookie talking? I talk some shit, but within the shit of me talking that, the message.
Some real shit.
Yeah. So
Always
it's like,
a message.
Like when I get on that stage though, that's like, I'm gonna ask y'all this. When have y'all ever seen me mad?
Right. Let me see.
Nah,
I gotta think about it.
The energy is always up for the most part.
You probably see me upset for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. When have y'all ever seen me mad?
Right.
Even when I go off on Instagram, I go off and I come back and delete some shit. I was spazzing on it. My fault. Why was I? Feel me? The reason why all that anger shit, anything with emotion. When I get on stage, I let it out. That's why I try to keep myself booked. You hear me?
That's the release.
That's the balance.
Yeah.
That's the therapy.
That's why y'all see me on the road.
Yeah.
It's no release. I mean, it's no distance to shit. If I can make it happen, let's make it happen. I just went to San Diego, did a whole show, came back from San Diego, was in LA, a Hot Boy birthday the same night. You feel me? So it's like, anytime I get on that stage, you go get a show. Because I got a lot of build-up release. It's just from pain, anger, happiness too.
Right.
But it's all on that stage. So at the end of the day, the results is good. I know how to channel it the right way.
Yeah, I remember they was calling you the Diddy of promotions. Do you still go by that, or you had to dump that? They used to call Cut a Diddy of promotions. Have you been to a Diddy party?
No.
How them Pookie parties be hitting? What is looking like out there?
They showing like that.
No baby oil included.
But you know they say Diddy allegations, he might beat it.
Hey, man.
Hey, for real.
I just know this.
I'm telling you.
I just know this, man. Everything I do is wholeheartedly, man.
Look.
Hey.
Because I got to ask, how did you put together the Greedo and RJ show? Because I went to the show.
Okay.
That was one of the best
multiple
shows
hands in
I ever been to. Bro pulled up in the projects in a school bus. The big yellow school bus. Bro pulled up in a school bus in the projects. He in the grapes, the Jordan Downs, boom, banging. I'm like, what the fuck? This is different. But where did that come from?
Me being me, you gotta go and hit limits that people won't do. There's a lot of people out here who want to do a lot of shit, but that's where it stops. They want to do. Who actually stepping out and doing it, you feel me? At the end of the day, you gotta have fun with it too. And it's a respect factor, bro. It's like, one thing about me, when they was on Instagram, I still got the video to this day. When they was on Instagram going back and forth, I had made a video post. Like, why is y'all doing this? Take this shit off the internet. Y'all should turn this shit into money. Y'all should be going back to back, this and that. It got around to the right people. The right person made it happen. And I was involved in it. And I'm happy I was involved in it the way I was involved in it. Like, as a mediator, I respect both sides and both sides respect the person who's in the middle. You feel me? But most of all, they all have respect for themselves at the end of the day, too. Not just for the opponent person. They had respect for themselves. They understood the importance of what this was and what it could do. You feel me? You got the Anthems and Grape Streets on one stage. One of their artists each is on the stage going head to head. They joking with each other, dissing each other, making fun of each other, but it's no disrespect. You feel me?
Right.
Not even just on stage, bro. I was up top.
At the top,
When I say the whole top was the Jordan Downs, it was me and a couple homies, and I'm talking about the whole Jordan Downs came out. Then you look over here, the whole Athens came out,
It was really
and it was
split
no
up.
violence
No
that
violence,
night.
because that's what I love. It's like everybody realized we all the same, and this is actually bringing unity. Look at how everybody came out for some beef, but it really brought unity. You get what I'm saying?
And the best
Eh,
thing
that's
is
right.
two brothers got to make a bag
Yeah.
with each other.
They got to make it happen. So if you
with
wanted,
each other.
that was the first
Facts.
verses ever. Like, if you want to talk about it, like in that type of order,
Yeah.
how they was doing it when we was on
Mhm.
pandemic, and that's the first verses.
Because that was before COVID,
Mhm.
and they went song
Way
for
before-
song.
Way before COVID.
Look, my boy Pookie Efferu birthed the verses.
Birthed the verses.
Swears, cuz drop my boy a check.
Birthed
He
the
needs some
verses.
percentages. My boy need a bag.
Something.
Because I remember I was there, so I can vouch.
That shit was fun. One thing I can say, it was fucking fun. And then I remember there's a few people before the show started, like a few days before I said, Pookie, how is this gonna happen? I said, what? Just have faith. Everybody gonna do their thing, right? Like, I got arrested before the show. I went to jail selling tickets for the show.
That's
Wrong place,
crazy
wrong
work.
time, got arrested, got out, got new tickets. You feel me?
Got back at it.
Got back at it, but it was like, it was all worth it. Do I take any of it back? Fuck no. It was fun. It was an experience. And most of all, Nip spoke about it.
That's big.
Legendary.
You feel me? It's an interview. Nip speaking about it. You feel me? And that shit's crazy. Like, that was dope. That was something.
Nipsey Hussle paid homage to your work,
Yeah,
so
man.
that's dope. That's you legendary status already.
Yeah, I knew
And
Nipsey
that's the-
personally. But it's for him to speak on that too, like an event that I was involved with. Like, he spoke on it highly too. But that was something that changed a lot of people's view on certain things. You feel me? Like, damn, they really came together. Most of all, shout out to the Grapes and the Anthems, man. One thing about the Grapes, they could be arguing right now, right here, fighting all that, right? Then one of them that they fighting is like, I got an event tonight. They go all go and support.
They gonna all
Especially
pop out.
if it's meaningful. If you somebody doing something from over there in the area, that the support system over there is dope. From the battle rapping, they just went out to the battle rap.
Shout out Active. Shout out my nigga Active. Shout out my nigga Dre
Arsenal.
Vicious.
Dre Vicious.
Yeah,
Arsenal the Rebels. Shout out
man,
Shotgun
come on.
Suge. For
Hey,
sure.
Hey, me and Arsenal.
As a collective.
Hold
though-
on, you and Arsenal got something coming?
Oh hell. What?
I talked to him. So I did a song with Legendary Baller. You know, Legendary Baller is, right?
Okay.
So shortly after that, I reached out to Arsenal, and he is a ticket on the table for him, which honestly I ain't even mad at, because he like, man, so I met Arsenal a long time. You remember Project Blow used to be in Leimert Park?
Yeah.
The battle rapping from way back then. I used to participate in those, and that's when I used to beat a lot of cats that's in that world now. I was more of a songwriter than a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was always more of a person who wanted to make the music and not focus so much on the aspect of versing somebody else with it, but I was there. But yeah, so I kind of watched Arsenal's career blossom, as everybody else did who watching that scene. But yeah, I was able to reach out to him, and he reached back, and he laid the ticket on the table. I'm like, okay, I'll see you soon. I'm coming soon like a theater near you.
That's fire. That's fire. Because I've been watching Arsenal blossom since the Lions Den.
Mm-hmm.
Grind time.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal,
From back then. And then he hit the URL smack and having the most passport stamps in battle rap, going over to the UK and battling everywhere around the world. Mr. Disrespectful. Shout out Arsenal. And shout out Daylight. I don't know how I forgot Daylight name.
Shout out to Daylight,
Definitely
man.
shout out to Daylight. We got to get Daylight up here, man. Get one of them high level conversations.
Man.
So,
you better make sure your mind is open when you talk to Daylight.
oh, trust me, Daylight, he can go there when he trolling and when he not trolling. When he really gets serious, Daylight is up there on the rooftop. So hey, meet us at the rooftop.
Shout out to y'all though, once more, man, for being an impact on the culture. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this.
Good looking, man. We appreciate that.
My manager don't listen to nobody, right? And he's like me. We don't fuck with the other podcasts.
Right.
You feel me? That's slowly vanishing away. But you get what I'm saying?
Right.
He said he respects y'all. He don't know nothing about y'all, but he respect the fact every time you hear y'all podcast, it's always some real shit. And y'all always standing on it. Said, well, that's the homie. He always been like that. And that's what I told him. That's why this is gonna go far. Because he know how to have a intelligent conversation, back it up, and stand on it. Or a lot of people don't do nowadays, you feel me? And it's with good intention. He ain't saying shit just for you to go destruct your life. It's with good intention. So I've been watching the pod. Y'all keep doing y'all shit, man.
Man, that's
Look,
highly
this not gonna be the last
appreciated.
time I'm on here. Dude. I wasn't even supposed to be. I just popped up. Nigga, I was about to go feed my dogs, and I was on a
This supposed
Saturday
to be my
early.
interview.
Yeah,
This is supposed to be my interview.
6
Shit,
degrees
I'm
of
finna
separation.
Look how
But
I
hey,
came.
but I couldn't. As soon as I popped up, you know, I made a couple phone calls, and Pookie's one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the area. What you doing? Even if it was just I'm finna pull up and we gonna put something in the air and just because we working. You know, that's another feature that is getting ready to happen. Me and Pookie getting ready to put something together.
As y'all being two people that didn't put them, like we talked about, them 10,000 hours in and been dedicating, what would y'all tell like a lot of these new artists coming up? Like any advice for them?
Yep, I got a lot of fucking advice.
Right.
Hey, listen, stop being tenderhearted. Okay, y'all gotta understand this shit's gonna come with a lot of failures, and the wins that you have are greater than 10 of the failures you might encounter. But you gotta understand it before you get the win. You're gonna keep failing if you don't understand why you need to win. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all gotta pay attention to the shit y'all doing, shit that's happening around you, the shit you need to be doing. A lot of artists just think they need to get a viral song, put it on TikTok, and now it's going up. And people don't know you by your name, your steps, or nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna take the time, it's gonna take the effort. Ain't nobody gonna do it. You gotta take the initiative to do it for self. And everything else gonna come together. But every downfall, just a lesson. So accept your blessings and your lessons the same way.
That's dope, man. 'Cause like I always say, why try to fit in when you can stand out?
Yeah,
Because both of y'all made a key point. You definitely made a key point when you said this ain't about the money. It ain't about the clout and the fame. Do it for the love of the art. Do it for the love of the art. The money and the fame is gonna come. But first, hone your skills. Do it for the love of the art. Embrace the failures.
Right.
Like y'all
Embrace
just
them,
said,
man.
we pick substance over bullshit in a
Every
lane
day.
and in a world where bullshit sells.
I'm
hate
talking
it.
And
about-
substance gets ignored. So imagine how hard that is to be on
I
the
hate
coast,
that shit, man.
standing
said
on
that.
substance,
I
and
just
people
said
like,
that.
do the bullshit, do the
Do the
bullshit.
bullshit.
But that quality, you know what I'm saying? I explain that
Damn.
when I talk sometimes I'll do the little TikTok thing and I'll be having conversations on there and I'll be talking about value of relationships and quite difference between spending time and spending quality time. You know what I'm saying? You can spend time, free time. We doing what we're doing right now, spending time. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with your significant other. But quality time, you make time. You don't spend it. You make it.
Take the time.
You understand what I'm saying? So we can spend time, just like we can spend money. And it's real easy to spend money. I didn't see 50 racks go in a club opening. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see 50 racks go just because somebody sent somebody to the back to get a briefcase and it's gone. You can spend money, but you have to make quality. You have to make that time. So that means, if you're going to work, you got to get that PTO. You got to work, work them extra hours. You got to put that time aside. You got to get that car fixed so you can go on that trip. You got to stack that money. You got to get your...
You want to be buff like this?
You know what I'm saying? You got to do it right.
Put
that
program time, go. Put them hours in.
You got to get on your dean.
Facts.
And so what I'm saying is that myself personally, I'm putting in a whole lot of work. I got a lot more work to put in. The thing about me that I love about the genre that I'm into, which is, my artistry, the hip hop and all that, is open up my vision, my doors for so many other different things, like being an author, wanting to be a part of the acting scene and meeting so many people through this hip hop.
Music is only like 20% of it. I tell people that all the time.
It ain't really got nothing to do.
And that's what we talk about in our meetings. Music, how you said it opened up the door for you to be an author.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Like, music channels the attention of people, grabs them in. Feel me? So it could be a more comfortable reason why they support what it really is.
Right.
Music is just the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
It's what else after the music. Like me,
what else?
I'm doing coaching. I'm doing life coaching on how it starts with you believing in you. And a lot of people need to hear that. A lot of people don't even know how it feels to give themselves positive affirmations in the morning.
Or don't know how to articulate.
Nah, that's facts.
That's why you said reading is extremely important because we don't know how to articulate our emotions and what we think and how we feel. I tell my kids this. I have teenage children. I tell them this. Stop talking about I couldn't control no person can control their emotions. It's impossible. It's impossible. If you can control your emotions, then stub your toe on this coffee table right now and smile instead of go out. Tell yourself to feel good and laugh instead of telling yourself. If you could do that, then you can control, but you can't control your emotions. But I tell them, and I tell other people, and I have to realize you can control, my bad, you can control the output of that emotion.
Mm.
You can control how it comes out of you. You can't control the emotion. Your closest relative passed away. You're in mourning. You don't know how you're going to feel tomorrow. You don't know what type of, you can't control that feeling that's going to come over you, but you can control if you're going to go outside and be angry at everybody, or if you're going to still smile tomorrow and say, even though my partner, my loved one's gone, have a nice day, sir. Let me open this door for the old lady. Or give up.
Because I was going to ask you, because some things I had learned, like the emotions come, but your emotions, in my opinion, let you just know what you're thinking. Right. So 9 times out of 10, if you start changing the way you think, that emotion eventually change too. So that's why sometimes they tell you, go in the corner, go count to 10 or take some deep breaths or do something else. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're depressed and you think about what you're thinking about all the worst shit that's probably going on in your life.
Right.
Versus when you're happy, you're going to have happy thoughts, that energy going to be good, and you're going to be choosing to be that way. So sometimes, to me, it is a choice. Now, it's not easy to get out of that because the mind is one of the hardest things to control. Yeah.
You got to condition yourself to that pattern of controlled thinking. You have to work on that. And that's true work right there. That's true work. A lot of us haven't even forgiven ourselves.
That's the key right there. Forgive yourself for your fuck ups.
We still mad at ourselves for what we did 10 years ago. The reason you ain't got no license, the reason you got a felony, the reason your baby mama ain't with you no more, the reason why you got that baby mama. The reason why, you know what I'm saying? We looking at all these situations and scenarios, and we're equating them. We're only human, right? We know we ain't supposed to look at what everybody else got and compare to what we got, but we only human. We see the flaws in everything. But until I say this too, until we can learn how to forgive anything that you want from somebody else out of your relationship, your peer relationship, your child parent relationship. Some of us have parent-child relationship, meaning we are grown adults, but our parents are still alive, and we have a relationship with them, our peer group, our best friends, our significant others. Whatever it is you want from them, you have to be able to provide it for yourself first before you can demand it for somebody else. When somebody say they fall short of loving you, did you understand the max capacity of how to love yourself? If that person brought you 78% of love and you accepted that love as 100% because you didn't know how to love yourself 100%, but you were always falling short. It was never satisfying. You never felt complete. Why? Because there was 18, 22% missing that you never went and found for yourself. So have a full cup and let somebody come into your life and pour into your cup and it be abundant and let that cup runneth over.
Let it runneth over.
You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
super fact.
So, I'm not religious.
It's all in your book.
Bars. This got to be in the book. This got to be in the book. If it's not, we write another chapter right now. The extended version.
I'm just saying, this to me is extremely important, especially for us in our culture, in our society. Because we are a real trope type of society, and we'll take a 15-second soundbite, and that'll be etched in our brain. It'll be the statement and point of all arguments that we are, instead of really doing the research, instead of really listening to each other for understanding and not for combatants.
Right.
Stop listening to people think. Every time somebody's saying to you, you thinking about how to rebut, how to fight back, how to argue back, how to say that ain't right, this is right, instead of listening to that individual solely for what they're saying and understanding it. Because they may be telling, you might be mad at them for what they're saying or mad at them for how they are, but they may have been telling you exactly what they are this whole time. You just didn't open your ear to listen. And why? Because you got so much noise in your head. You can't hear yourself. You don't hear yourself. You know what I'm saying? In your day-to-day, you don't listen to yourself, and that's why we, like I said, we got to break those barriers down for us first, and then our family structure. In our case, the nuclear Black family, which is what I promote. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
I like the one key point that Pookie just said about the affirmations, because a lot of us won't use affirmations, and a lot of us, goes back to what you just said too, will have the negative self-talk. So you wake up and
That's mainly people that rebuttal.
Exactly.
And like, I say this all the time. Like, I talk the shit that I talk with no remorse is because I actually wake up and I tell, like, before I get clean or anything, if I wash my face, brush my teeth, after I take my shit, I tell myself all the fucked up shit about myself. You feel me? Some days I go hard. I go hard as fuck on myself. Then I wash my face, brush my teeth, take a shower. I get out that shower, tell myself all the great things about myself. And the great always overpower the negative. But sometimes people are too close to you, are afraid to tell you what you need to hear. You got to tell yourself.
You got to be real with yourself.
And it only takes people who's real with themselves, who know themselves, to let themselves know certain shit.
You ever heard that saying that...
No, go ahead. Get your bars.
You ever heard that saying that you don't really know somebody until you fight them? And some people might be like, well, that's a communal thing. That's a social thing. Well, in my community, in my social society, we grew up with that mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Some of my best friends, we didn't got down over minuscule, over the armrest in the car, over who gonna ride shotgun, over who like Aaliyah more. And neither one of us, never met her.
Aaliyah Moore, cuz. Line it up then, nigga.
And neither one of us,
nigga. What are you talking about, nigga?
Neither one of us never met her, ever.
Nah, it's
right?
you gain a different respect for a man once you squabbling.
So what I'm saying is that in that same way, my point is, in that same way, you need to start battling yourself.
Yeah.
You need to start fighting yourself.
Every day I do
and
it.
that way, the more you battle yourself, the more you get to know yourself, the more you battle in the demons. Tear down them walls. No, you can't get rid of the rubble.
Man, y'all spitting.
You can build from it. You can, boundaries and expectations. A lot of us that spend our whole life building up boundaries and setting expectations.
For who and for what?
And
Never have expectations. That's the quickest way to get let down, because as soon as the reality doesn't meet the expectation, now you tearing yourself down. Instead of just letting the reality happen as it happens.
Everybody gonna let you down, but the point I was trying to make about the affirmations is that you literally start to rewire yourself. You know how you get those people that be like, oh, I've been this way since I was a kid, or I'm just like this because my mama got me this way and stuff like that. So those affirmations break down a lot of those barriers. And because we can look in the mirror and you can just lie to yourself like, I love myself, but you know deep down you don't. You know what I'm saying? Then you start to pick at yourself about what you like, what you don't like. And it's like, yes, be real about where you at in your life and the things that's going on, but also you still have to appreciate and have grace for yourself. We could, somebody else, you could do something and I could do the exact same thing, but I'm gonna kill myself for it. But I'll be like, nah, it ain't nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over that.
Totally different.
Yeah,
That's a fact, because it's a conscious decision every day. Like Pookie said, you got the negative talk and the positive talk. But most people don't realize you can choose what talk that you listen to and you agree with. Most people choose to agree with the negative aspect and tear themselves down all day. No, you could choose the positive side of it and build yourself up. Because what I do, I look at my negatives and I look at how I can attack it to make that negative into a positive, like fitness. I'll probably be a lot of people fitness goals, but they don't know deep down when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm looking at the weak points of myself, trying to chisel it out and exactly. And they looking at like, nigga, how do I just get to you?
And this would keep a nigga, and that's exactly what keep a nigga working out so much, because you be like, damn, I still got more work to do. Like, it's the work never stops.
Niggas like, you beat the gym, it's over.
Yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
nigga, you tripping. I got hella work to do.
Because you got your own vision in your mind and only things that you see for yourself. So that's the only thing I can say far as affirmations. If you are, practice that, and because that changes a lot.
Shameless plug. When I get ready to give you guys my socials at the end of all of this, I actually have a 45-minute affirmation video on YouTube where I'm going through the whole. It's a self-help where it's just repeating, you know, you are good, you are worthy, you are acceptable, you are loved, you are, you know, it's about 45 minutes. I got some ocean sounds behind it. With this voice, y'all go ahead and, you know, get
hey, y'all go ahead and plug.
I'm telling you.
And that's crazy because people would never think people from these environments would even know about this type of stuff. So you seeing people breaking the mold and the stereotypes. They just think we all just dumb, fighting, gun blazing, going to jail, and that's it. Like my man got a whole 45-minute affirmation video. Yeah, then he done battle rap, and he writing songs, he writing books. So
and I just came out with I'm doing a short
the movie
animation.
I saw that.
Short animation, Black Knight. Vigilante, superhero, villain. We really don't know yet. His story will come about as it unfolds, but he's the savior and the protector of the West Coast.
I want to say one more thing before you move on. The mind is somewhat like, I would say, like this laptop. You know what I'm saying? Even when you lying to yourself, you ever get people that be like, man, you lying to yourself, you start to believe your lies. Your mind does the same thing. It doesn't dissect whether it's truth or not. So eventually, those affirmations and those things will become truth. And when you start to download that in your subconscious mind, you will start to act out those thoughts that you choosing to download. So keep them affirmations going. And even though that shit ain't easy, you gonna have to do that shit every day. Man, like the mind is like
take easy out the damn
exactly
process.
Do everything the hard way.
It's not gonna be easy. Anything easy
do not last long. If it took you 10 years to get this habit, expect to spend 15, 20 overcoming.
Trying to break I think I made the nigga. That's
another affirmation. Yeah,
it's
you know
another
what I'm saying? The nigga, and then it's like, we gotta understand this, man. We gotta know the history of shit that we're mad at. People sit there and say, "Oh, this and that, or that and that, and that's and that, nigga this, nigga that." Go back to the region of nigga. Go back to the history of nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? Why is it that we embrace ourselves? What's up, my nigga? And we cool with it. Soon as somebody else said it's negative, right? But they the ones who took something positive and turned it negative against us.
NEGUS.
You hear what I'm saying?
Niggas.
Yeah, nah. We just talked about this. So we just talked about this the other day. And we didn't have these discussions about this word so much. Like, should it really be affecting us at this point? Because we watching this lady go viral and get a whole payday because of the way we choose to react to it.
Right.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Did you see the video though?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's a video floating around. There was this white lady. Come to find out, I think she's from Ukraine. So she was on a playground. And a little black kid, 5-year-old autistic, goes in her bag, allegedly. There's no proof, no video, none. This is what she said. Went in her bag and went to take one of her kids' toys or something out of the bag. She reacts, calls a little boy the N-word with the hard ER. There's a Indian dude in the park, he starts videotaping. Hey, did you just call the 5-year-old the N-word? Blah, blah, blah. And she flip him off and say, yeah, if that's what he gonna act like. Now, this lady starts a GoFundMe and has almost reached $1 million. So first she had it at 100,000. She reached it like that. Then it went up to 300K. So after she hit 300K, she raised it to $1 million. The goal is $1 million. It says, help me and my family. And people are donating strictly because 2 reasons. One, Carmelo Anthony, he had the GoFundMe that went up. And you know, Carmelo Anthony is the black teen who stabbed the white teen in Texas. Right. So he raised bail money to bail out of jail through the GoFundMe. So now to counter that, white people are donating money to this white lady and calling her a hero. They're calling her the white Rosa Parks. Like she stood up for whiteness, and they're saying that white people are fatigued by anti-white hate, even though the whole history of hate comes from white people, pillaging whole villages and racism and all of that. So a lot of people have a lot of disparaging feelings and thoughts towards white people due to the history and due to what goes on in society today with the systemic racism. So that's a whole nother story. But what do y'all think about her being able to become a fucking millionaire off of just saying the N-word? Because if nobody would have reacted to it.
How much power we hold.
Talk to him.
You like everybody look at this shit so native. My mind is different. You hear me? If something that brings up an uprouse that much, what's the power behind it? What's the real power behind it? You know what I'm saying? And it shows we niggas are very fucking powerful if we really understand our power. We wonder why people say they don't like black people or they don't like African Americans or niggas or this and that. Because we
tapped in.
We don't like ourselves, nigga. And we show that. So they only going by the example that's being led.
See, I like to look at it a different way. I agree with your point, but I like to look at it as, it's true, yes, we don't like ourselves, but they know the greatness in us. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
By them knowing that, it's like the light. I want to keep making sure that lamp is out. So everything that we do or every chance they get, they have to do something to cover that light or
once
dim
we
that
tap
light.
into what we know we got to do, that's when they come and do that.
It's a business.
But what I mean is, but once we enough of us wake up and get to that point, then they know it's over with. Like, so it's like they can see further down the line than we can, in a sense.
Black Rage is a multi-million-dollar business. She just proved it. We talked about this a lot of times on the show. People are purposely racially grifting and enraging black people for the engagement to get the money. So now if you go look at her GoFundMe messages, people are saying, oh, thank you, you a hero. We tired of them. We need to be segregated. And finally somebody standing up to So what you think about this, bro?
Man, okay. Honestly, when I look at a situation like this, I look at when we talk about the systemic racism, when we talk about the adversity, the social construct of how things are set up to where the drama brings the money and, you know, things of that nature. Honestly, like I'm going to say something not into confliction with what Pookie said, but when he said we have the power, right? We have the power, but it's so many times we give the power. We give it. We indulge in these things. We are quote unquote triggered as a people. We come from a history that we have not healed from. We come from a generational hurt that's been passed down generation after generation after generation after generation. These people do not care about what they're calling you. These people do not care about how they're getting a rise up out of you. And I'm not talking about, you know, quote unquote, just white people, because we have to know that it's not all, obviously it's not every single white person, you know, on the planet, right? Just like they know every single black woman ain't born quisha and every single brother ain't waiting in the darkness to your daughter and go through your pockets. You know what I'm saying? These are tropes. These are stereotypes. These are things that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and people bite on them. My view is exactly what we're talking about. Having to understand exactly what everybody else is talking about. Understanding that we need to unify as far as how we educating ourselves, how we're moving. How can they make? How How are we spending $1 trillion a year? How are they making $1 million off of us, but we still running around here complaining about what we don't have, what we can't get? We got to stand in the county line, you know. Or ladies are getting pregnant on purpose for the check. You know, these are real things. You know, I don't want nobody look at me and be like, "Oh, he dripping."
It's
No,
facts. It's facts.
these are facts. You know what I'm saying? And we are, but it's because we're not communal. It's because we're not teaching our kids not to be affected. Another generation of us to not be affected by that. We got Google. We got more information at our fingertips than any other generation. We know where it comes from. We know what it means.
See,
Why aren't we proud of it?
Because we could take the power away from it if we stop caring.
If we stop caring, but because we sometimes we say we're not healed from something, and I'm speaking on for myself, like not being healed from what the only time I even think about far as what happened back then, is unless it happens in today's time or the racism I experienced in my own life. Other than that, the only reason I feel a way about that because of what they done and the principle of needing to be on that type of time. It's not like necessarily, unless if we go deeper than that and the DNA has been passed down and that's somewhere still in me, and then I don't know why I'm triggered. But me having awareness of for myself, it's like that shit is really nothing. It's like we continue to live there. We don't produce nothing else. We're not creating no new history about ourselves or even embracing. We see people, as far as our people, do hella great things as far as new inventions and creating new stuff. And we don't never give that much energy to that to get out of this stigma of what these people do to us. Because when I deal with racism, it's either I'm going to check it right there or I just look at it like it is what it is at this point. It's going to be some racist people. It's going to be some that's not. And that's the world you're going to continue to live in until the day we gone, I believe, in my opinion. So, like you said, with the power.
Well, we got all the power, though. Like, if you really think about it. Think about it. Like, we think. Let's really sit back and think. We have so much influence over the world and so much power over the world.
Right.
But all we display for ourselves is exactly what we give ourselves. Think about what I said before reacting.
Right.
All we display for ourselves is what we give ourselves. Have you ever heard, oh, you're trying to dress black? How do you dress black?
Right.
You're trying to talk black.
Right.
We the influence.
We're really.
Yeah, we said
we
the influence. We set the trend.
You got the same race
Dr. John Henry Clark said they don't
the
have
same
no
race that we
pattern.
claim don't like us. They're trying to do everything we do.
But do we only...
Hold on, you got to say that louder. You got to repeat that. They didn't hear you.
What'd you say?
Oh, what I said, Dr. John Henry Clark said they have no form to pattern. They have no.
They have nothing to pattern.
They have no premise, no background. They're like a sheet of paper that something has to be copied on, and we are the ink. We're the ink. They're the sheet of paper.
So in other words, we are the first ones. We are the original.
We're the blueprint.
That's why
go back to what you were saying.
We have the power. Like, okay, put like this: a white man say nigga,
right?
They know off top. More than 10% of the black people is going to get mad.
Right.
Hey, let's change the fucking
narrative.
Change the narrative. That's why I came out with the song, The Nigga. You hear me?
Because if we would have ignored her, 9 times out of 10, that GoFundMe wouldn't have went up. But they saw the outrage, and they like, oh, they mad that we donated? Let's donate more.
Right.
Let's donate more.
We gave her $1 million worth of anger.
Facts.
When we look at that, we support. We're not engaging or going against or even supporting or demeaning the racism. We're engaging in the bigotry. They're supporting her bigotry. Like the brother was saying, when he meets a racist altercation or something of that nature, he deals with it right there
on the spot.
But that's somebody being a bigot. That's somebody acting in a bigotrous way, calling you a nigger or trying to cut you in line, or trying to exert a privilege over you because you are a certain ethnic background. But the structure of racism, white supremacy as a whole is something that we can't see, we can't confront, we can't stop when we meet it because it's woven into the fabric of this country. We have to unify and literally not politicize ourselves, not form parties. We don't need to run to the streets with signs. We don't need to do nothing. All we need to do is make sure we start developing, like Pookie said, developing our greatness, like you just said, creating and developing our own greatness. I'm going to go back to what y'all probably heard a million times. Why is it we can't make underwear? Why is it we can't produce
the same energy we put in,
toenail clippers?
the same energy we put in our hoods. Now we game banging. We need to have a racial type of politics of that same type of race. You know what I'm saying?
Clothes, beanies,
black first.
We need to have, clothes, there's other races that have rules they have to follow as a race. You know that, right? It's races.
And we don't have to follow no rules until we go to prison.
You lawless until you go to jail. Then you follow all the damn rules.
You don't have to go as an African American. You don't follow no rules. You don't follow your mama rules. You don't listen to you ain't gotta listen to your daddy. Your man can't tell you to do what to do. You don't listen to your girl. You know what I'm saying? All of your kids is running around wild. But when you get to that prison system, you got a program. You gonna program, or that's your life. And we're not treating, I'm not saying to treat life like a prison system or something like that, but what I'm saying is take it just as seriously as if your freedom was on the line. Because your financial freedom is on the line. Your legacy is on the line. Your future wealth and development of your children is on the line. We got more kids that are logged on to Fortnite and Roblox than you, and have many more counts of logging on to these apps than you got pages and books in your house for them to read. We got to start switching up the narrative, engage, play the games, watch the movies, participate, spend your money, but do it in a way that brings back prosperity to you, to your neighborhood. Gentrification is real. Nobody owns Big Mama House no more. Big Mama House used to get transferred. You know why your auntie was living good and why your uncles, because when Big Mama passed away, they got the house. But a lot of them didn't mismanage the funds, didn't manage the property right, and a lot of them were redlined. A lot of them were worked and lied to, and were denied loans, and credit wasn't right, and all that. And since we have this knowledge, I was taught that a wise man learns from the next man's mistakes before he learns from his own. And I'm trying to teach my kids that, but I really would love my people to start seeing that. I would really love my people to start seeing that this whole fad, because now gangbanging is a fad. I'm 52nd Street Hoover affiliate. I'm associate. I'll always be that. But I am not an active gang member because I would be a fool in 2025 to be an active gang member of any gang unless you being active in that community, growing prosperity and growth. You out there feeding them, making sure they read, make sure they get into school. But if you participating actively in criminal activity in the name of a neighborhood you representing, you missed the boat. There's something wrong with you. If you trying to get put on the hood or represent some type of gang in 2025, you missed the boat. You missed the boat. That was of a time that came and passed already. That was a time where we as a people needed an army, and that energy was redirected into drugs and violence and incarceration. That was a time where people produced a generation of soldiers that was supposed to fight against a system. Imagine all them niggas, imagine all them black men in jail right now for gangbanging, minimal offenses, sitting out on the corners, hanging in front of the liquor store, all of the being hard, fighting, shooting, drive-bys, all these hard-ass tough dudes that would make you walk across the street if you went up to their hood. Imagine if they was militant-minded and ready for progression in their communities. They had that same anger and attitude and visceral for education, for making sure their communities were better, for making sure that the economics of their community was what it was, and they didn't allow people to come in. I don't care if they had badges or not to come in police their communities. They did that themselves. We saw a glimpse of that with the Panthers. We saw a glimpse of that with what Raymond and what Tukey had dreams of, but it was infiltrated. And that's like you were saying earlier, not to like come back, but when we talk about facing bigotry, we good for that. We good to tell a crack and when to be a crack and go crack off and do wham. But what are we doing in this adverse of this racist system that's putting a foot in each one of our asses? I'm not gonna lie, it's not about being rich or poor. It was a struggle for me to get here because of the adverse of just being who I am in this country.
And that's a key point, because if we look at the situation with the lady in the park, you see how that race rallied up behind their race regardless. It was a 5-year-old.
Right or wrong.
They're going to the 5-year-old was kind of big, and they don't even care that it was a child. So now when we looking around, it's time to rally up. Everybody over here with their feelings hurt because we've been at war, gang banging in the street.
She was already the brick lady.
Yeah.
The lady that was got hit in the head.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
brick,
yeah,
and
supposedly
it was all
got,
viral.
yeah.
Now, instead of everybody rallying up, who cares about who did what? This person's, they backing up, like this same lady who, right or wrong, they backing her up. Instead of us rallying behind and seeing what's going on and getting to the bottom of them and standing where we need to stand, it started a male-female superiority argument on the internet. Dudes ain't this, females, I'd rather be in a forest with a bear versus all this wild stuff crazy. Just came up out of that. And what did it do? It just caused more division. It just sowed more seeds of separation.
That's why we was doing the battle of the sexes to try to bring it together, because situations like this should show y'all who the real enemy is. Correct. What's really going on. Because even the ones you see doing the donating, they're being puppeted as well, but they don't realize they're being used as a pawn. And it starts with the Black nuclear family, because we're 13.7% of the population, according to the census in the US. So let's just say the race war that they're trying to drive to kick off really kicks off. We ain't got no allies.
It's over.
Number one, we got no allies. Number two, we already fighting at each other. So if we at war destroying ourselves, think about it. You don't get a rep unless you take a reputable out. That reputable is going to be better to fight on the front line than this coward over here. But we spend all our days hunting out the reputable. So we eliminating the best soldiers that we got, number one. Number two, women celebrating abortions, and we already the fucking minority. We already 13%. Since the inception of abortions, it's been an estimated like over 19 million Black kids eliminated. So just add 19 million.
It's called eugenics, people.
Add 19 more million Blacks in society, business owners, judges, cops, lawyers, that could be helping us on the front line, but we eliminating ourselves.
They're trying to distinct us.
Because for me, it's at the end of the day, like, they know where a nigga from insane, but I still rep my race at the end of the day. So a lot of things that we see, this is what we talk about staying on code, is that it should be automatic. It's not even a thought for me. If I see a nigga out here getting whooped, I'm not gonna be the nigga pulling out my phone. A lot of people, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna record you.
That's
but
the shit I hate.
Other races, they gonna get cracking. It don't matter what it is.
They ain't even asking.
That's one of them. They don't care if they right or wrong or nothing. They staying on code and they getting cracking.
But we don't like ourselves.
No, but this is what I was finna get at. That was my point. Like, even with this lady right now, regardless if it was a kid, she was wrong. The parent could have handled it. You could have talked to the parent in a respectful way and told the kid not to do it again. You could have talked to the kid yourself in a respectful way and got it. And how'd you even let the kid get in a diaper bag because the baby that she had didn't look like it was moving nowhere. She was holding it. So it don't really look like, and I don't know where the parents was for the 5-year-old, but that's neither here nor there. It should have never got to this point. But if we stayed on code, like bro was just saying, y'all basically just gave this lady a payday. That's what I said. I said, damn, that's all they got to do is call us a nigga to get paid.
Call you a nigga and get paid.
Yeah, so because all I seen Black people doing, I see even Black people going with the white side and not even trying to make this a race thing, but it is a race thing. But 9 times out of 10, niggas are huck and jive and all that other stuff around the real issue and what's really going on. But that was another point I was going to make, that like us as Black people, we ourselves around ourselves. But you put them in a room full of a different race, them niggas get to trying to adjust to them.
Right.
Them niggas get to trying to be like how they want them to be.
Right.
So we still got a long line to go far as when it comes to us. But 9 times out of 10, niggas need to just get on one accord when it comes to shit.
Get on code. Stay on code. You see all these other races, they are staying on code. Whether they got their little back and forths in their communities amongst themselves, when it come to facing everybody else, the world, they on code. We the only ones off code.
And this is not, this is like what El Haj Malik El Shabazz said at Malcolm X, as most of y'all know him if y'all know that name. We don't hate. We're not promoting hate. We're not promoting segregation. All Blacks for themselves, to be by themselves, leave us alone, don't talk to us. No. We understand before we can intermix, mingle, talk, work, grow, or anything with y'all, we have to be able to do that with ourselves first. It's so detrimental for me to go take all of that energy to build all of that growth and development and give it to you and neglect home. And a lot of it is the view. A lot of us don't view it as home. A lot of us don't. This is what my brother's talking about right now, about that conditioning. My kids grew up. I'm not religious, but I'm a Pan-African Garveyite. That's not a religion. That's just what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Studying the ways of Marcus Mosias Garvey. I've raised my kids in that household. So they know who Dr. Clark is, Dr. Ben is. They know who Dr. Sebi is. They know who Shahrazad Ali is. They know who Shaka Musa Barashango is. I've taken them to Dr. Umar lectures, and they've sat in Claude Anderson's face and got copies of Powernomics and Black Labor, White Wealth Science. And I've buried myself in this because my uncles took me to Renoko Rashidi meetings and had me in the masjid on Saturday, while my grandmother had me in the Baptist church on Sunday, had me in the masjid on Saturday. And so my grandfather, who was a Panther out the Central chapter of the Black Panthers, who took me to what they call classes, where I learned, Jesus was named Yahshua, and, the syllables J-U-N-S didn't exist at the time he did. And it was a breakdown. So I had all of these patterns of education. And even though my childhood was spread out, as y'all see when y'all get a copy of my book, the thing about it is I was able, through the birth of my kids, to recognize this is where my power lies. This is mine right here. So the hood can't take nothing from me. The police can't take it from me. Mama can't kick me out of it. Daddy can't not be there, me up out of it. Because, pops ain't there, so now I got these problems, these issues. No, this is a clean slate with them. I can teach them all the things I've learned, all the things I wasn't able to acquire, and give them a little bit more, And so that's why, and I don't, like I said, I don't want people to kind of watch this and be like, damn, well, they on some Black power, white hate. No. We on some black love, hate. We tired of hating. We've been hating each other ever since y'all put us in a pen and wrote that letter. Willie Lynch wrote that letter.
Y'all realize it's really too much.
Nah, it take way too much.
You gotta go outside, constantly turn your neck.
I don't do no hating. I ain't got enough energy for it. I don't care enough either. Yeah.
It's a whole obstacle. After you start hating and getting beef, you gotta start doing extra shit. You gotta start taking extra shit, taking extra risk.
Right.
Like when you can simply just be like, all right, my nigga.
Right.
I love life so much. I just smile. I smile at a lot of shit.
No, fact.
I got
bars.
a question for you, Pookie. So now that you becoming a prominent figure in the music and stuff like that, who are some artists that you would want to work with in the future? Like mainstream, though.
Shit. Mainstream? For sure, La Russell.
Russell, I think that'd be a good hit.
I for sure want to do something with La Russell. I want to do something with Giveon.
Giveon, tap in, man.
I want to do something with Giveon for real. Who else?
Yeah, we can come back to it if you can't think about it. We would give some thought.
For sure, Ludacris.
That's left field. Shout out to Luda.
Slept on. Luda slept.
Shout out to Luda. That's different.
And because E40, that was the top of my list, right?
Right. So you already
it's
made
like
it.
Whoever else comes is a bonus at this point.
Yeah. So it's like, of course, I want to do some shit with Snoop. But like for sure, I want to do some shit with Ludacris. And Missy, I gotta get Missy before.
Oh, I can see you doing something with Missy. Missy got to get back in her back. I can see y'all with the trash bags.
Everybody he named, it's that Pookie energy.
Yeah, that
everybody he named.
Because you and Busta Rhymes could have been something.
I want to do something with Busta Rhymes too, but I've already met Flip and all that. Flip star dope. But for real too, after Missy, shit, I just had the name in my head. God damn. Fuck.
See, we'll come back to that. So with you being from the Figg side, are you locked in with TDE, Top Dog, and
I don't function with it. I don't have
no ties as far as like music.
All my ties with them are from that side, from the Figaro side, but it's not tied in with the music. I work with them as individuals as far as being my homies and us just having that rapport. Me and Smack. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you locked in with Smack and T-Real.
Well,
Like,
I'm locked in with Smack.
Okay,
Like,
hold on, because we gotta talk about it. Because we gotta ask about it,
but
bro.
I was waiting. Though. I was anticipating.
Yeah,
too,
we was going.
yeah.
I gotta ask about it because me and
Fuck
T-Real.
T-Real. That's what he waiting on.
No.
Nigga, fuck T-Real, nigga.
No, not even.
When I'm gonna get on back on Figg?
Come on, get my homie back on Figg.
Nah.
So me and T-Real had a back and forth.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
I saw
you
that.
jumped in my DM. Tripping.
I did, yeah.
Cuz the homie Groove, take that shit down.
I was.
And I'm like, look, cuz on the set, your homie shot at us first. So once I gave you the backstory, you like,
Right.
oh, okay. I mean, you a man, he a man. That's what he did. Okay, do your thing. I can't be mad at it.
The thing about
now it's water under the bridge.
Right.
So now we cool. We there now.
My thing was not even to like come with that. With that is the energy I saw, and I'm like, hold on, man. I know this nigga. I know this nigga. I know that nigga. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Because what I didn't tell you is the same message you got, he got. Cuz, what is you? These the homies, cuz. Like, I've been working on movies with these niggas. Like, in the podcast, I'm doing. Like, cuz, you ain't putting the nigga on your shit. They putting niggas on their shit. Because I've been hollered at Smack about, getting that back on video interview and all that. And cuz, like, a nigga gonna talk to you, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I keep getting open invites too. It's all right.
But cuz ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cuz ain't, I reached out, cuz ain't reached back. Cuz will probably say something after this.
He gonna have to say something now.
This, but,
he gonna have to say something now because the Long Beach niggas put him on first.
This is what I want to. This is
Shout out to my grooves, cuz. You already know who's saying.
But what I want to say is that first of all, no disrespect to the homie or nothing. I'm proud of his growth and development.
Facts.
I'm proud of his mind, how he seen how to formulate all this shit to make it go the way it went and the way it's continuing to go. To understand how to put all the right dynamics together and then still bring that element of, oh shit, I don't know what's gonna happen. Damn, all them niggas sitting on the couch together. The same energy that y'all just had with the them other guys.
Adam and them? Yeah.
I don't get
Adam
down.
and Lush.
I ain't never really.
We could talk about that one.
Dudes like him and Vlad, and I don't get down with the culture
I've
vultures,
always made
man.
I said I'd never go on there, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm
because you got beef with them. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But before we move on to them,
But,
how far do y'all go back though?
What?
You and T-Real and
We don't.
Smack.
We don't. Me and Smack go back.
Oh, you and Smack go back.
Schoolboy, Traffic, TL, we go back. I don't really know TL like that. So how we go back is through the relationship through them type of thing. So, and then recognizing, okay, this the homie, woo, 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 he from the Grove too, woo, woo. Because there's no way with the songs. The homie, shout out to the homie H Crown. Free H
That's my
Crown.
dog,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Free H Crown.
H Crown. So I got, as far as the inner circle, as far as the hood music shit, ain't Blue Rag, H Crown. I've been doing music with homies from, you know what I'm saying, Schoolboy. So you got to be not looking to not see me. But it makes it more sound like, oh, that nigga jealousy, that nigga his shit ain't going, and so he want to be like, well, let me just say this right now. My shit been going, but they never went. And why? Because I'm not worried about it. Going in the way that you got to know who I am or see me doing what I'm doing because you're going to see it. And like I said, at the end of the day, whoever you listen to all day long, whoever in your tape deck, whoever you, go check my list. I got a feature with them. They respect me. They know them. And I probably got their phone number and can call them. A lot of y'all didn't expect me to be sitting across from Pookie. Didn't expect me to be sitting on the rival way. But then more and more y'all starting to see, just like I've been functioning. Shout out Omar Gooden, the homie, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Slink Johnson, who just texted me trying to figure out where I'm at because I was supposed to be meeting up with him
Shout out to
in
Slink and
Malibu
Omar
today. So shout out with Slink. I'm working with Slink on some stuff. I'm really trying to get into these voiceovers and do the cartoon thing. I'm trying to spread out. But my thing with the back on Figg shit and all of that. And the same thing with AD. I ain't taking no slack on AD. Me and AD did a song and that nigga ain't even sneeze. I ain't heard him say nothing that the song even existed.
Oh, shit.
And when I went to go put the shit up on iTunes and collaborate with us, nigga snatched it off. or snatch his part to where it would say he was on the song. So I'm not giving nobody no breaks because good work is good work. And I got a lot of stories about a lot of unions. That's a whole nother podcast. Because I'm not, and I'm not finna be that dude to be just sitting up here.
I've
been in this game over 22 years. My first show was in 1999. I'm talking about, I was there when Bobby Valentino walked into the barbershop on Miguel Holloway before he was signed. I'm talking about, I done seen a lot of these guys, their backgrounds. I could tell about the shady deals, the how y'all take these young independent artists' money, don't help them promote, don't do this.
But do you think when somebody does a feature for you, it's your job to push the song now?
Yep.
Because it's like now they done their part and now it's on the artist now. Like I did my favor for you, not even a favor or whatever transaction y'all choose to do. It's like now you push the song.
The artist don't even have to promote the feature.
Right. It's like
that's my thought about it. If somebody do a feature for me, I'm gonna overly promote it because I want people to hear the feature.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. I want you to know that they're on here or whatever the case may be.
If we did something as far as a track, at least let it be known to your people. Like when I post something, don't take it down. So where people can't know that we had something going on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if we do a track, I'll tag you in it. Just allow it to do what it
Well,
is.
not even so much in the tagging and all as far as this specific situation, because it's not the first artist that didn't happen well over the years. But and shout out ADS, you know what I'm saying? You could take the 10-second body fade when I see you, nigga. But it's not, and there's no disrespect to him or nothing like that, because I know what niggas got going on and I know all of this other stuff. And it's not so much about tagging or shouting out to the world, hey, whoop-de-whoop, because in a sense, it's nobody's job to put you on. No matter, even if you do a feature with them or, do this and that type of stuff. But the acknowledgement as far as the paperwork is concerned, when we talk about, like you said, when we talk about acknowledging, when you do your splits on Spotify and all that, when you do music,
that's part of the
money.
money.
You have that, it's a part of the money. It's a part of this, it's a part of that. And these is levels to that. So when what I call ghost or artists after doing a feature, that's one of the most dangerous positions to be in, because I could take the next 5 years pushing this. Sometimes it takes 2 years for a song to
take off.
You know what I'm saying? So I could spend the next 2 years doing the most. And then this motherfucker hit on a Tide commercial or something. And then boom, you done popped out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But then if I come at you, not business, it's all business when I come with the paperwork, when I come with the sign this, and sign that. But some people see that and be like, oh yeah, this nigga got too, he too calculated.
But sometimes I think we got to do that just for these type of cases and what we were just talking about earlier, because we can have expectations, but I think now it's at a point where you have to remove the expectations for the stipulations. So if you putting the stipulations down, this is what's going on, and in them stipulations you have. So now when you have your expectations, you can't be let down because you know what was supposed to happen with this, if it is a contract or not, depending on that type of relationship. And that's how a lot of things go salty.
So AD, Smack, T-Rail, holla at my boy J Real, man. Get my boy in the loop.
It's a couple more y'all want to talk to.
Okay, look, call them niggas names. We calling out names today, cuz.
I still ain't been on the pod, and they see me in person. Pook, we gonna get you on there.
Right. And so it ain't nothing. It ain't right. And that's why I say it ain't no like, oh, boo-hoo type of stuff. It's gonna come just like this came, just like other things will come. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking in relation to the situation that we was talking about, and it led to that. But still speaking on that note, what we talking about still keeping the paperwork, still keeping the business, but we still got to understand the exchange of opportunity too, because. And since we just using examples, I'm gonna keep using you, AD, as an example. You know what I'm saying? Let that have been Snoop. Let that have been Buster. Let that have been a song produced by Timberland featuring Justin Timberlake. Then that'd have been on every podcast. That'd have been on every social media page. That would have been that would have been in your baby mama's phone screensaver. So it's a balance of opportunity. I'm gonna put in as much work for the opportunity and the resources that I'm going to get back, which is understandable. But when do you draw the line? We've all heard Cube and Snoop and all that tell each other, we don't charge niggas for feature. You heard Q say that, like, nigga, I don't charge niggas for feature when it's time to work. The nigga called me, Buster called me. I ain't sending him the number to send the check. I tell him send the song. So, and I have over Glasses Malone. I ain't paid for that. I ain't paid for Glasses. I got 2 songs with Cocaine. I ain't paid for that. The song I got for Mitchie Slick. I ain't paid for that.
They gonna all come tax you now, watch.
you done gave up all my sauce, nigga. You done gave up all my sauce. But I think that. But
I gotta double back on
But
Chris.
see, but I think a lot of things now. What I don't agree with is taking it off of. If I'm getting it right, you put the song up. He took his verse off of Apple Music.
No, not his verse. So when you
The clearance?
the kind of like the clearance. So it's like if I do a song with Pookie and we put it up, it's gonna say Pookie's name, my name.
Both artists have to clear it
Both
for the song
artists
to go
have to
through.
clear. But if I can continue to have it up there with his verse on there, but it's not clear from his end, meaning it's not showing up on his Spotify, it's not showing up on his iTunes. If you type in his name and the title of the song, they won't pop up.
Okay, so his fan base won't accidentally stumble
They
on
won't
it.
never see it. They
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
never see it unless
Okay.
they just happen to come to my side or hear me and be like, or you know what I'm saying, something like that.
You want the visibility
So-
on both sides.
But sometimes I would look at it as, in a sense, see, I wouldn't necessarily just take that personal because it's like, well, if they coming to my shit, I really only want
No, I'm
my
gonna take
song.
it personal. Somebody
Yeah.
publishing in his publisher, somebody who working with his
Whoever's controlling it,
whoever
yeah.
controlling that is doing that, and that's a smart move. It's a business thing. It's you popping right now. You know, you randomly doing stuff with people, and they can take. So it's a preventative measure when it comes to certain type of things. The thing about it is you should not now. I'm taking it off of AD. We're taking off you, but I'm just saying as an artist, period. Whoever you working with, it should be solely understood that this is business. Or this is what we working together because we're doing it for the passion. You know what I'm saying? And if something comes out of it, we understand that this paperwork got to be done. You know what I'm saying? But there's not, there's a line that's drawn between that. There's no clouded smoke. Hey, I hit you in the DM, you know, an artist hit you in the DM and say, hey, how much for a feature? And you go, you know, 1,500. And they say, what's your cash app? You send the 1,500 and, you know, send your paperwork off for your rights to them and email and all that type of stuff. And then they put the song out, they do all that. And then a week later, your peoples go behind that and snatch it off of everything from
Right.
your end. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because
Yeah,
me
yeah,
as an artist, I would want people to hear everything I'm on. I don't care who
You know
I
what I'm
feature
saying?
with
No,
or
no,
what
no,
I'm
for
supposed
sure.
to do. Yeah.
But that might hurt. It might hurt you as an artist. A lot of these things, a lot of times, I'm not saying that it's somebody people really, really caring about, but we don't know what talent level. And once again, I'm not talking about any specific
Oh, you
artist.
saying like if somebody,
But I'm
okay,
saying-
now if
now-
somebody killed you, see, but
Right.
if, but
Oh,
somebody
so
bodied
Q
you on the
understand-
track.
Somebody
but-
bodied you on your
but-
shit, and your people's, your team.
Like, hey,
you
get
know
on
what I'm
time,
saying?
man.
But I'm saying, no.
Take your shit
No,
down because
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
bodied you.
Hey, bro,
But
go
that's-
check
but
out
that's-
Go check out. I'm not saying Compton AV. I love you, Compton AV, but go listen to our track and see who bodied what. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Go see
now
who bodied what.
no,
he
hey,
going-
I know you didn't go out like that, AD.
Hey,
cuz.
yeah,
trying to
like-
say, yeah.
Hey, I know you didn't go out like that, AD.
I'm just saying, go.
Was it AV or
I'm
no,
talking about
AV?
Compton AV.
You talking about Compton AV right
Yeah,
now,
I'm
but that
talking about
might,
Compton AV.
okay.
And-
You
and-
came on the right show to go
Yeah.
ahead and pop your shit.
Pop your shit.
Just
The
saying.
viral rate.
Because the reason I brought the whole topic up was because we have been speaking about, you know, how these internet plays could turn real behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because you
Right.
got real members that's not tuned in with what's going on. Like, oh, this is podcast. So my boy tapped in thinking this shit was real. Like, hold on, Groove, like, cuz, represent
Right.
the set.
I'm
you
thinking-
got cut up with the
right.
makeup and the this and the
And
that.
I'm thinking,
what the fuck going
they finna
on?
go. I'm thinking because I know how y'all get down
Right.
outside of all of this stuff. That's the reason why we was where we was at that day because
Exactly.
of history and where we come from and what we represent. And if I know I can be that mutual, even if I gotta come harsh like cousins, even if we gotta talk to each other like brothers, this about to fall out. I don't care. I don't care if we scrap in the street. I'm still finna go get you hungry?
Yep.
Yeah.
You hungry, nigga?
Easy.
Huh, nigga, take this tissue. You got a little scratch
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Damn, nigga, I ain't know. Damn, you hit me hard.
Yeah, come on, we finna laugh
Nigga,
about it
twist
now.
this and twist that up.
Yeah.
I hate
Right.
a nigga that, you hit me too.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
cuz,
right.
you-
The next day, y'all be around each other like, people asking what happened. Ooh, man, but and so, and to be honest, I'm saying these names, right? But I have those type of relationships with these people. That's why I'm not concerned about saying any of this stuff on here. Because I know these people. I have these people's numbers. And a lot of them going to look at it and be like, oh, this nigga finally trying to get his. Yeah. You damn right, nigga. You damn right. Cat Williams. Cat Williams. Cat Williams. Don't make me. Look, I'm telling you. But at the same time, it's about that understanding that what is best for you as an artist. Pookie is not going to get on stage with a big-ass fifth of gin, you know, doing some more wild, crazy stuff. He gonna bring that energy to what he's doing because he's influential in when he's doing it. He got the kids, the little Tommy clown that he got him wanting to wear the panda hair. The dances.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Reverting the nigga back into some. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real honest with you. My son's 9. I'm very squeamish about what I play around him, what I introduce him to and stuff like that. But we do have our moments, especially when we're in the car. And I told you got Hold Up, all you know what I'm saying? These are on my playlist. Because, like I said, all the features I got, I went after the features not because of who they were. It's because these are my favorite artists. All the features I got are people I've always listened to and be like, damn, I want to work with them one day. Damn, I love their music.
Now you made it a reality.
Same thing with Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now we got something coming. The only two is Uncle Sugar Free. Get at me.
Tap in.
And unfortunately, no, rest in peace, Nate Dogg. That was the only. I really wanted to work with Nate to the point. I mean,
you can get his son. You can get his son in off the Dina smoking after the fire. He doing some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie. Got to smoke. That was crazy.
To knock that, I just seen Cut with 50 Cent. So
I don't give a damn. That was crazy, nigga. Imagine your house just burned down,
and the nigga shoot a music video in front of it.
A lot of niggas ain't taking the risk. You feel me?
Right.
He took that risk.
He taking the risk. Yeah.
Because we all took, once again, we hold the power.
Right.
And we gave him the power to actually be heard from us raging.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, our rage caused everybody to go look at his video.
Mm-hmm.
It caused me to actually listen to what the fuck he was saying.
Right.
So have you had any situations?
I would never have seen that video.
Unless he did that.
If it wasn't for that.
I would never have seen that video if nigga was like, did you see in Hill, why when the house is burned down, he's out there smoking? I went to go see him just smoking like on some plane, but he's doing a video and what he was saying, I said, fuck, this nigga smart.
Right.
He took that opportunity. He seized the opportunity and knew that would get eyes on him.
That's why I always say we hold the power.
Right.
A lot of these riots, we hold the power and caused it because of our outrage. A lot of people being killed because of our outrage reaction. We hold that fucking power, like you know what I'm saying?
All right, but let me ask you this then, not to cut you off. So, because I like to think that a lot of us as our people, we operate out of inflated egos a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like him being Nate Dogg's son. Do you think he took a route of trying to work with people or trying to do certain things? You know, them doors is gonna close, but you always got to find another one. But I think a lot of us, if we was more open to each other than the way we are with other people, a lot of people wouldn't have to be doing the clout chasing. A lot of people wouldn't have to go out the window to create an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think that. Because I know a lot of people that reach out and people will never hear from them again. They'll leave them on red or they do certain things. It's like, damn, that nigga been grinding, but why they blackballing him? And then even with the music, it might come from, like you said, oh, he probably rap too good. That nigga gonna outshine me.
I deal with it every day.
I know that's it with me. Right? I know that's why. I know that's why niggas don't.
But not knowing, like, if you get on the track, it's going. If you explode, like you wouldn't treat this person the same way. Okay. You'd be happy to get a Drake track, and even knowing Drake could kill you on that track, but you knowing dealing with Drake, it's a possibility of it exploding. But some people don't want this person because you feel like either I'm on this level or I'm above his level, or I see that he could be above my level, and now I'm not gonna fuck with him.
Okay, I deal with that shit every day.
All the time.
Name an artist you haven't heard from my promotion. I'll wait.
Yeah, nah.
You see that? Now watch this. But name how many of those niggas you heard on any of my projects. I'll wait.
Right.
What it is a lot of niggas don't know how to accept other talent, other greatness around them. Feel me?
Right.
And the way I deal with it, I just keep going. and my own greatness.
Nah,
That's
you
what
got
it's meant to
to.
be. A lot of people don't understand. We can see what you lack in by your actions. Like me, I admire a lot of artists that come from LA, Long Beach, Compton, all from this area, region, even in the Bay. I admire the way you see. I admire because I just do shit off vert. Feel me? I just do shit. And the way that I know I'm intimidating to them because they would deny my invite to certain shit.
Nah, and it's crazy to me because I never been able to look at it like that. Like if you better than me in something, I'm gonna still talk my shit, but I'm gonna be like, you better than me right now. But give me some time, nigga. I'm gonna get
this the cold part though.
That's bravery though.
Yeah.
That takes bravery.
No, for sure.
That takes a brave individual. And I don't mean to word it like this, but for it to be harsh on whoever feels that way, the opposite is a coward's way. That's a coward's way. It takes bravery for you to recognize that you're not as good yet.
Yeah.
As its person, or to recognize that, you know what, I'm gonna keep working and working and working until I get my good. I might not get they good, but I get my good
in their own
but
way.
A person who will allow somebody else's shine to blind them from themselves is a coward.
Yeah, that's weird.
Talk about it.
That is a coward.
Talk about it.
You are afraid of your own success, and it sows a seed of regret and hatred in you when you see others chasing theirs because you are mad that you can't achieve it yourself. But you can. But for whatever reason, you stopping yourself from doing it. I want to be, you know, the best hairdresser, you know, but you ain't going to cosmetology school. You ain't doing what it takes to, you ain't reading the pamphlets and stuff.
Everything stops with want.
Right.
After I could do, it stops after that.
Right.
People never take
the action. You got to put it into action.
People never take the sacrifices, none of that shit. So it's like,
and the mental
people hate you for taking the action, but to the topic that you made,
let me say one more thing. But it goes to the mental battle too, because like you said, if they want to, then they be like, "Damn, I can't do what Pookie doing." But instead of being like, "Damn, Pookie, how did you do this?
Right.
How did you learn how to start doing that?" You know what I'm saying? A nigga won't ask you how to do something. They'll just automatically, I ain't fucking with that.
They have the I can't attitude.
Think about J and M. What year did they make Renegade?
What was that, 01 or something?
Like 01 or something, around the Blueprint 2. Bro,
the
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint. Yeah. Bro, that song is etched in hip-hop history because we arguing, did M really kill Jay? So you getting outshined on the verse can still etch you in history.
Right.
People say M bodied Jay.
Topic of discussion.
And it's 20, 30 years later, we still talking about it. So why would you not put a song out where you got outshined? Hey, let the people decide.
You know what it is?
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people now, listen, I've seen it. I've been the background for so long. I've seen the shit. I've seen niggas get angry because they homeboy that once was their hype man is now gaining attention. So instead of them still pouring out that love that the hype man poured out, he didn't ask for this, it just happened. Instead of you being a friend, they distance themselves because they don't want their fan base or their attraction to rub off on that. That's weird as fuck.
Nah,
weird.
it is.
It's super weird.
But you know what people want?
It.
People want, they want to be that main factor. But
That's
even at the same time, it's like they want to. We talk about this when people grow. Like people want to keep you there. In their mind, you were supposed to stay there.
No,
even though you had a vision, like I could be soaking all this up.
Right.
Okay, I know what the artists need to do, what they don't need to do. Okay, now I
know
when I do put my foot down and go, I know what to do.
Cause like take the show for example. If he outshined me an episode, I let him know. Cause you did your shit that episode.
Right.
You was boring up. Or Kali, he was boring up. I let him know, like, man, I was on bullshit today.
But you're not dimming his light. It's a lot of niggas out here that like they try to dim your light. A lot of niggas expected for me just to keep promoting them. They didn't expect for the promoter that was booking me is now getting booked and getting promoted. You get what I'm saying?
I agree because for me, it's like, it's easy. It's like, damn, okay. Oh, you really got a talent for this. You know, you take this serious, you might could really crack. Matter of fact, get on this track with me. Yeah. I'm about to bring you in there.
80% of my achievements come from my open, warmly welcome people.
Because if you got a hot verse, you finna make my song better.
Right. I don't care if you had the best verse. They coming to my song to hear your verse.
Then I might talk shit. Hey, you did that. On the next one, I'm finna murder you.
I only win because I see the greatness in people. So I stop me from projecting my greatness and put that energy into projecting their greatness. People already know my greatness.
Right.
Feel me? If you don't know, you're still gonna find out because it's me. The projector is always gonna get the attention, being the projector.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Like nobody could dim your light when you being you authentically
I've
because
been
you're you.
shining light on
Right.
niggas before I even had a light
Right.
to shine on myself.
But and like we
Right.
said, instead of motherfuckers looking like, damn, what watt bulb he using? Let me figure out what watt bulb he using so I can go get my own and shine my light.
I
Niggas
like
is
helping
doing
everybody.
this.
It's a lot of
Niggas is doing this.
Put
Hey,
that
turn
out.
that light out.
Yeah, put that out.
That's a lot of people.
and
It's
they
scary.
throwing rocks.
Even
and they
people,
trying to find the
people that's
switch on
in
the
the light
wall.
themselves, they do that to another light.
When they
Right.
see your light coming
Come
and
on, bro.
the potential of how bright you can
Now-
shine might be a little brighter than me. So I'm gonna step on your light and dim it before you even reach
But
the line.
it's the
Like,
same. You ever had one of them dudes or the homies that for some reason he don't take you around certain places or certain people.
They don't want you in them rooms.
oh my God.
Now
You know,
he
that's
don't
so
want you in them rooms for
He
some
don't want
reason.
you in them rooms.
I know they gonna like this
He don't want you
nigga. Yeah.
I ain't want to say it. I ain't want to say it,
Hey,
but
but then you know what they gonna do? They could come tell you about it after too.
Hey,
You
come
should have
tell
been
you about
there.
it, man.
Oh, cuz you
Hey.
should have came. I could have got you
I could
in.
have got you in. Hey man, they was on me in there. Hey, you could have bagged 2 or 3 of them. No, you know if I'd have walked in the room, all eyes, I'd have been Tupac. All eyes would have been on me. All them bitches would have been on. Excuse my language. All them women would have been on me. You know what I'm saying? All the attention, all of this.
Excuse
I
my
would have got the
language,
you know. Excuse my
Politically
language.
correct.
This is the
Yeah,
viral way.
the viral way. Nigga, don't act like a bitch.
That's how you
But-
felt, niggas. Say that shit, nigga. These
But
bitches.
at the same time, saying we that very little energy right there, because it's like, damn, bro, I can't come through just because she might like me a little bit more than you. Don't own it. You don't own that person. Don't own the music. They don't own the socialism. They don't own the like, which is somebody liking you for who you are and what you're doing and what you. They don't own that. They can't do nothing about that. So instead of because they can't do nothing about it, they just want to keep it under wraps as much as they can and not exclude you into anything. And I'm not just talking about somebody being harder on a song or somebody being quote unquote more physically attractive than other people or none of that. I'm talking about that shine when you get to talking that when they see you and you always happy. When they see you and you always smiling. When they know you going through the worst of worst shit, but how do you keep that energy?
That
So
sound like a Pookie.
they trying to, and then and we know misery loves company, so that irritates them even more. How are you going through when I'm going through and even worse, but you staying positive? You telling me, you giving me good energy.
That's
You
exactly how I'm
telling
beating
me
it.
that don't worry about what you can't control. Just master what you can and perfect that and do the most. You giving advice. And I just seen them people put that notice on your door. I just seen them people hook your car up to the back of that thing and pull off. I know that your kids is X, Y, and Z and your mama X, Y, but how do you... And it's the same overshining. They want to dim that light.
That light irritating their spirit. It's killing them.
Their soul.
Yeah.
And it's messing with their mind because they can't understand. They can't compute or
They
articulate.
can't put it together. Like, how's it happening?
How's it doing it?
Why is it happening?
Why?
Like,
Because if
how?
I can simply write it down and give it to you, maybe you could do it, but it doesn't work that way.
We went over time, y'all.
Oh yeah, we probably would.
Nah, man, we got all day. We
Nah,
good.
yeah, that's
Shit.
that's that unbreakable spirit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we have. That's what we have as a collective, and that's a part of the reason of what we're talking about as far as the influence that we got to create. I love Pookie's music. Listening to him, and I knew about your promotion stuff. We just never met. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I told Pookie something when I first met him. Pookie been in my house. This nigga been in my house, you know, chopped it up my kids type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all locked in.
Locked in.
Did he bring
You
a
know what I'm
Pookie
saying?
plate?
Like this.
Hey, when
Did he bring Pookie
I'm gonna
plates?
tell you how I went to his house. Listen, this is my thing. I've called you and asked you. I do with everybody I fuck with. If you say you fuck with me, I'm gonna put you to the test.
Mhm.
I drove from California all the way to Arizona before the Soldier Boy show, and I had to shit.
Mhm.
I said, bro,
That nigga said, bro,
can I use your restroom? All it
Gotta do
took-
number
all it
one,
took-
number two.
All it took was one or the other answer, yes or no.
Yeah.
Because my old method, I go to a hotel, like I'm checked in, I go use that damn clean bathroom, you feel me?
Right.
But I'd rather go, you're closer.
Right.
Bro, can I stop by your house? I gotta use the bathroom. I said, yeah. All right. Walked in the bathroom, I used it. Peacefully. Took a shit.
Bro, it's
Right.
wild. I love taking shit in case y'all didn't know.
Kids all in the next room like, Daddy, why you smell like
Somebody in there.
Cause say when they blew it up.
Somebody died. No.
I know they didn't smell nothing.
Right.
I'm
I'm gonna stop at a Target or a Walmart or something, cuz.
When I
Spray that Febreze in there.
they smell cologne. It's like,
Right.
smell good.
And then my point is like, my point with all that was that even my children know who Pookie was.
Yeah.
They were excited when he came to.
When I
My
came to
son
the- I was
asked for
like,
pictures.
That's
and,
him.
Yeah, you know
That
what I'm
felt
saying?
good.
And so, and that, and we mutual friends. But the respect I have for his artistry and the love I have generally for the music he makes without even knowing. His shit hot. That shit fun. I bang that shit. I bang that shit driving all the way here. You know what I'm saying? That type of connections is the type of connection and camaraderie we need to be building amongst each other. Not just when we doing music, not when we just trying to sell clothes or promote a product. It's when you see that brother up the street and instead of hitting him with that weird look, you know what I'm saying, maybe approaching him. And I understand that's difficult nowadays because of that verse and you don't know and I don't know anything. But we teach, what did you say earlier? We're consistently teaching ourselves that we can't be open, that we can't communicate. We're continuously teaching ourselves that's not my business. Brother, black man, that black man is your business. I don't care who his mom is. I don't care how many kids he got. I don't care what he decided to do with his life. He's your business because when they look at you, they see y'all. So whatever he is, you are. You could be a master's degree, anthropologist, written 17 books, making $18 billion a week. I don't care. If he's smoking crack and you in the vicinity, you a crackhead too.
Bro, I swear to
And that's
God,
the
I say that
visual.
all the
That's- it's the
time.
visual.
They gonna take the worst
You are what you are.
representation and they
and
gonna
put it-
use blanket that for all of us.
Right.
That's why I tell everybody,
Right.
operate at your highest self. So
Right.
the worst example of us is the best example of society.
And what better thing can you do? And especially when they're young. And I know Pookie's a part of that. I know y'all have done it. I've done it myself. I'm pretty sure the brother have done it. Is even in the smallest ways of when you see that little boy running in out the store, he getting ready to steal something. What you do? Put that down, man, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
gonna
got
get
you.
it.
Don't even worry. You ain't got to do
Or
that.
what you want?
Hey, don't
Or
even
what
do
you
that.
want?
Give me
Or
that.
what you want? Or
Because
don't do
I
that.
know I ain't knocking. I'm not even knocking you for stealing. I know why you stealing.
But we know,
Because-
and we not
yeah.
even knocking for the reason, but what it is we've been down that road and
Exactly.
we know where it ends. We know where it leads to. And so if we just taking that little time just for the sisters too, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a lot of these little girls running around like they y'all age.
Okay. Look,
what
why
I'm
we
saying?
here?
Why we here?
Snoop Dogg just reposted my boy getting his walk on. If y'all don't know,
Oh,
Pookie
yeah,
got the
let's go.
famous. Hold on.
Okay, let's go. Yeah,
Hey,
Pookie
shout
got
out
that
to Snoop
famous-
Dogg, man. He been
Hey, shout out Uncle
He
Snoop.
been
Hey, I
tapping
need
in.
that.
Hey,
I'm trying to
You
get
know what's
Uncle
crazy?
Snoop on the feature
Now
too.
you gonna have to clip that up and you tell me you want to work with cuz. Hey, now you gonna have to clip that up and send it straight to Snoop.
Right, straight to Snoop.
Oh, we got
As
some
we
shit
on the
coming.
show talking about he want to work with Snoop. Snoop
Right.
just threw him right
Threw
up
him
on the
alley-oop.
page. So look at my boy manifesting
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
You got to bring him a Pookie plate. Y'all
Let's
let him know
go.
about the Pookie
Come
plate
on, man.
because my
yeah.
boy is a master chef
I
on
should've
top
brought
of all
y'all
of
a
this.
Pookie play. I was like, damn. But like I said, this was his interview. I'm not even supposed to be
Yeah,
here. to get
yeah,
interviewed.
yeah.
That's why I'm just
Once
sitting
again,
here.
this was
I'm
my
like,
interview.
Actually,
But how
I
the
gotta-
world work?
But
How the
this
world
is a
work?
perfect example
how
of
the
what I
world
was
work?
talking about.
You exactly where you supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm exactly where
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be.
And it was supposed to be, this is exactly what I was talking about how we supposed to convene. Okay, oh yeah.
He
well,
called
you,
me.
You got,
we wasn't gonna be here till about 5 something because I was gonna make a time because we already got to be out here anyway. As a matter of fact, after I say
For
this,
the
I'm gonna
movie
let you
thing.
keep it in your interview because I gotta get myself together.
yeah.
We got a movie today with Omar Gooden. Shout
Right.
out first.
Oh, yeah,
shout
that's
out to
big.
God for all the
Another
blessings.
2 hours.
We got a movie film we doing today
Yep.
and everything. So he came out here. He said, "Let me go ahead and put all my eggs in the basket and make it happen." But like one thing about it, when y'all call on Pook to do something, I'm gonna do it. You feel
Right.
me? At first, I was like, maybe at the mall, I'm gonna go get something. I thought to myself, man, I'm going to the homies podcast, a podcast where you're supposed to be comfortable.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna
right.
talk, man. I was. Come on, let's go.
Right. Shout
What I
right
text
over.
you and say, I'm coming as I am.
Fact.
Right.
It's a
Coming
fact.
as I am, we about to come. So shout out to the Viral Way. Shout Shout out to my nigga Jay. You already know the goddamn deal. This is your time to shine. Do your shit.
Man.
I'm here. Y'all gonna have the exclusive Pookie interview because we're gonna be here for some hours.
No, for sure. Hold on, but before you go, you got this unreleased song. We gotta play real quick. You feel me? What's the name of it? Real Thing?
This one's called Real Thing, featuring myself, Tracy Green, and my boy Fat Meat. You feel me?
All right, let me turn it up.
We about to release this, and this gonna be something for the summer. You know what I'm talking about?
L Fingers on the beat.
L Fingers, yes sir.
Is this the real thing? Baby, let me know right now. Baby, tell me this the real thing. Cause I ain't tryna preach it. Let me know if I can slide it. Baby, I'm that nigga you should ride with. You already know that you the baddest. Addicted to your body, gotta have it.
Well, let me set the record straight. I got bitches and it's no debate. Now understand that's why they truly hate. You know a nigga gon' wait. Quitting on you is something that I can't. So understand this is real, nothing fake. Let me take you to a better place, somewhere they can't trace. Your loving is something I just gotta embrace. I love it when you wet and dripping all on my face. You got that kitty cat, so this dog gon' chase. Ugh. Real sounds, I hear you screaming loud, huh? That only let me know a nigga put it down, huh? You say you really like my nasty style? Baby, this is something real, this how it goes
Is this
down.
the real thing?
Say what? Ugh.
Baby, let me know right now. Baby, tell me this
This
the real
that exclusive you heard on the viral way first.
Oh, yeah, exclusive.
Let me know if I can slide.
Unreleased Pookie F and Rule, get in tune.
You already
I got something different for y'all for the summer, man. Come on now.
I can play this riding up PCA.
Right.
I know that you really love me, and you know I'm out here thugging, waiting for you. I adore you. I know that you really love me, and you know I'm out here thugging, waiting for you. I adore you. You know when I slide it's foreign, and that nigga's life is boring. It's real, let's start exploring. Your love is like a fortress. Baby, can you be my lady? Cause this world is shady and they gon' try and play me, yeah.
Is this the real thing? Baby, let me know right now. Baby, tell me this the real thing. Cause I ain't tryna pretend. Let me know if I can slide it. Baby, I'm that nigga you should ride with.
Yeah.
You already know that you the baddest. Addicted to your body, gotta have it. Gotta have it.
What's fucked up? That's just
World
one of many.
premiere.
That's one of many that I got this summer. I'm about to fuck them. Either I'm gonna make a lot of y'all happy, I'm gonna make a lot of y'all mad. There's no holding back no more. I gave y'all 18 tracks on Rebirth of the West. That's 18 tracks, 58 minutes, less than an hour. Hello. Listen, you can listen to that and still be somewhere on time if you got to be there in an hour.
Hello.
Facts.
Hello.
Give it up for Pookie, man.
Hey, give it up for Pookie, you feel me? Give it up for Jay Real. They gotta go to Omar Gooden.
Oh, Jay Real, he good to do his thing. I gotta go way back to Menifee and come back this way. So we about to get.
No, we didn't hit the 2-hour mark. We don't want to hold him up. He gotta. We gonna double back though. This was the introduction.
That's how it should be.
You feel me?
Podcast should be where niggas come
I'm
back.
definitely coming back.
We gonna double back.
I got some shit. Say a couple of y'all, man. We gonna get on. Yeah.
Look, you gotta get it off your chest.
It's some of y'all West Coast. It's some of y'all West Coast artists ain't living right. And we gonna
talk about it now. If that's the route you want to head.
Look, what you mean they ain't living
Come on,
right?
you gotta.
They trying to convert over to like drill music and trapping and.
No, I'm
what
saying
you
some of
mean?
these niggas is fairies and.
Shit.
Whoa.
We gonna say that. We gonna say that.
We need some names. Hold on. We need some names.
Drop some
We'll
names,
come back.
nigga.
We'll make sure y'all catch my next interview.
Look, double up.
Catch the next one.
Double
Man,
up.
sure.
Man, where can they find y'all?
Y'all can find me at kingofturnup.com. Anything y'all need, kingofturnup.com. And I got a word for the people, you know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Do your own thing. I said in one of my verses, respect for yourself will keep you breathing. Matter of fact, if y'all don't mind, that it's a song I sent you. I want the people to hear it because it's like some real shit that's closing off on what you saying. You feel what I'm saying? Loco, that one.
This one?
Yep. If just listen to what I'm saying to this and y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. Y'all gotta just stay yourself, man. People respect who you are more so than who you're trying to be.
Right.
Bars.
There it is.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm from the land of the gypsies, where most niggas is real stingy. Real shit could get tricky, gotta watch cause they go in. Choosing sides, they get picky. A buck get you a $1.50. Don't fuck with niggas cause they Mickey. They acting selfish, real stingy. That mean I'm standing on my own. My nigga, leave me alone. Yes, I'm really in my zone. Somebody really raised the tone. Entertainment when they go and pick up a camera phone. And why they speaking real when they really doing wrong? I didn't need no help and I did it on my own. I always had a job before a nigga was grown. All I did was put in work. Everything that I do, you understand, my nigga, I put in work. Why these niggas worried about bad bitches in the way that they twerk? Now understand, my nigga, I put in work. I'm out here getting work. Say what? I gotta get that 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 work.
Hey. Two things real, I got it or I can get it. I can levitate in your face, I'm that gifted. Shortbread turned into long done. Mix it, grab it out the pot and throw it like hot biscuits. Pookie got a spin and I got a little step. So you knock it off your neck and I'll kick it to the left. Hot grease, we done popped out the kitchen with it. He was cooking, I was picking out the chicken. You don't double up on something, you gon' burn out slow. Burn out dough, wasted on the burnout. Hard times never stop. See him outside, late night like a god.
All I did was put in work. Everything that I do, you understand, my nigga, I put in work. Why these niggas worried about bad bitches in the way that they twerk? Now understand, my nigga, I put in work. I'm out here getting work. Say what? I gotta get that work. Say what? I gotta get that work. Say what?
You gonna get this work. Word to Loaded Lux.
You gonna get this work.
Word to Loaded Lux, you gonna get this work.
Hey, and
Meet us on the rooftop.
And it's different. It's different.
Meet us on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Jay Real, man. Let them know when the next project coming. Let them know where they can find the music. Let them know where they can find you for the interviews.
Me and Pookie got some stuff coming soon. My next project coming out is with Bishop Lamont. I don't know if he has a title for it yet, but that'll be the next project I'm coming out with. The last one was, like I said, Too Close Back Up featuring Traffic. Don't worry about that. And TF, you know what I'm saying, De Leon. And yeah, J Real the Realist on everything. I keep my shit the same so that way it's not confusing and everybody's like, oh, what's this? It's all J Real the Realist, DA, not THE. I'm pretty sure my guys have it tagged so you can go straight over. My page is full of music, full of freestyles, full of me being me, you know what I'm saying? Full of the features, full of the stuff I talk about and be on. And just watch out, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming soon. I'm known by everybody. You just don't know me yet, but you will after this.
So they know now. It was one thing you said earlier that I also wanted to say. When people out here, you chasing your dreams or your purpose, in my opinion, anything you spending on yourself is never money wasted. You know what I'm saying? The work you put in, the universe is always going to return in some form or fashion, and you can't cheat the universe. So don't expect more than what the work you putting in. But the money you put into yourself is the best money you ever spent. Invest in yourself.
Facts. And don't even expect to get back what you put in.
Right.
Right. That's the thing.
You feel me? Like, that's where I used to fall short a lot. I used to, all right, I'm gonna put this much effort in and do this and that. They'd be able to do it back for me too.
Right.
I don't mean from that person, but I just mean like yourself, that energy you chose to put out. It's gonna come back in some form or fashion.
Come back tenfold.
And stop being humble, niggas.
Right.
Look at the definition of humble and understand
we ain't humble. We great. Sit in your greatness. People who tell you to be humble, they want you to lessen yourself to make them feel better. Fuck that.
All the definition
Sit in your greatness. Man. Period. Point blank. Word to Shador Sanders, nigga.
We on a viral.
Shout out. We on the viral.
Hey man, y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel. This was a legendary one.
You, man.
This was a legendary one. Shout out to Jay Real for coming through.
You
feel me? Shout out to my boy Pookie Evan Rule. Y'all gonna see us connect again soon, man.
Dope.
The viral way.
Bang. West.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest when they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shake.